Yeah, go Tigers. Speaking of Tigers. Speaking of Tigers and other mascots, boy. Football season can't get here soon enough, can it? I got a weird text and call about I need to give more info about me. I don't know what you're saying, but it sounds like a scam. Anybody who needs your personal information for no reason, don't give it to them. Yeah, that's why they want your money. What's up, Jay, Droid, Matt, Brad Pitt, Vic Tube? Great job, Vic, on the talent show video, buddy. I think I might have Vic in first place right now from the talent show videos that we saw today. Yeah, like my mom's like 82 years old, and she's starting to lose her mental capacity a little bit, you know, and she texted me last week and was like, I got this text message from some company that's trying to give me a free generator. They said I won it from some mailing list, and she's like, do you want a generator? I'm like, Mom, do not give them your information. It's a scam. You didn't win a free generator for no reason. She's like, oh, okay. But they get old people easily. What's up, Pete Digits? Blazer Dogs in the house. Jeremy, Michael. Vic rhymes better than... Who's Fix? You know who else had a good video? Ballard. Ballard's was pretty funny. Fix is like a knockoff Slim Shady. Oh, I have no idea who that is. Oh, I thought you were making a joke. Is Fix like an actual musical artist, like a rapper? Because I've never heard of that person before. Then again, anytime, look, with the exception of maybe a handful of rap songs that came out in the past 20 years that were like major hits that, you know, were on the radio or whatever, I always hear, like, especially like when I'm on social media, like on Twitter or whatever, and you read, oh my God, and there's, you know, so-and-so rapper, little whatever got shot, killed. And I'm like, I've never even heard of that person. And you go to their page and they've got like 10 million followers. I'm like, who? I've never even heard that name before. That happens all the time. Slim Shady Kane's video is hilarious. Yeah, so he sent me that video, whatever, a couple of months ago, right when they did it. And I was going to play it on the Midday show, and he's like, no, don't play it on the Midday show. I don't know if it's something that I'm allowed to share, you know, publicly or not. But I guess he got some sort of permission or clearance to submit it to the talent show. But yeah, it's funny. I still got the video saved on my phone. He dubs over other people's beats. Oh. He called me out with the bet. Yeah, that was funny. He's like Pete and Lou bet on sports they don't even watch, which is 100% true. So he said I have to repent for that. Little does he know, I repent every Monday. I'm repenting right now, actually. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I snapped my 4-week winning streak this week. I had to pay the gypsy a little bit of money. It wasn't bad, though. But, yeah, I was riding a 4-week winning streak there. So I was due to lose. Anyway, what's up, everybody? Hope everybody had a great Father's Day weekend. To all the dads out there, happy belated Father's Day. Turn this shit off? No. You know that telling me to turn it off means I'm just going to make it play longer, right? Vic, you've known me long enough to know that. When people tell me to not do something, I just do it more. Slim went down like a sack of Antifa potatoes. You know, especially, and this isn't a shot at Slim, but, you know, I know he's doing the thing now. He's lost a bunch of weight. He's lost like 50 pounds. Which is great. I mean, I'm really happy for him that he's trying to get healthy and everything. But tasing somebody, especially if they're overweight, is kind of dangerous. I mean, they can have a cardiac arrest and die. It happens all the time. People die from that shit. That's not one of those little handheld tasers that you know a woman carries in her purse. That just kind of hurt. How many of you ever shocked yourself with a taser? I have. Not one like he had, but just like a little handheld one. You know what I'm talking about? Where you press the button and you touch it to somebody's skin, and yeah, it'll kind of like. It's not pleasant, but it's not that bad. Okay. I guess it's like, you can equate it to like a shock collar for a dog. If you've ever shocked yourself with one of those. But if you get hit with the actual orbs or prongs, I don't even know what they call them, the things that stick in you. Yeah, I mean, that's some serious electricity going through that thing. And people who have, you know, weak hearts or whatever, some sort of underlying health condition, they just have a heart attack and die. Red Sox are down bad. I don't even know. I don't think I bet on any baseball this week. I don't even know who's the best team in baseball. Is it the Dodgers? I don't know. I don't know who the best team is. I don't know who the worst team is. As a matter of fact, whenever I do bet on baseball, I usually just bet the run total, the over/under, because I have no idea who's better. In order to bet baseball, if you're going to bet the spread, you have to really pay attention to pitching, because that's what it's all about. And I don't sit around all day studying pitchers, so I usually just do the over/under. If I see an over/under that looks extremely low, because most Major League Baseball games, the over/under is going to be somewhere between 8, usually around 8 or 9. But sometimes every once in a while you'll see one at 6.5 or 7. If I see one at 6.5 or 7, I'm just betting the over, just because of percentage, percent chance it goes over that. Now, I haven't done any research to even confirm that that's true. That's just the way I feel. Braves are down bad, are they? Well, I did. Hey, that's the one thing I do know about baseball, is that Braves are down bad. The Braves have been down bad since that. The Braves game is what I won like $500 or $450 on towards the beginning of the season. You remember that? They were up by 5 runs. I think they were playing. They were playing the Dodgers. They were up by 5 runs in the 7th inning, and I was live betting. I was live betting on the money line that the Dodgers would come back and win from 5 runs down, and they did. I had nothing to base that on either, other than the fact that I know that the Braves are dog shit. That they blow any lead they get. Now, I think that they've, haven't they won like 5 games in a row? Bet against the Oilers in the NHL. Yeah, I don't bet hockey. The only hockey game I ever bet on was the one I went to in Vegas. The Vegas Knights game. The Rockies have the worst record up to this point since like the 20s. Since the 1920s? The hell? It's like 100 years ago? Holy shit. That's something I do notice too whenever I'm looking at over-under bets for Major League Baseball. If the game's played in Colorado, the over-under is almost always like 11 or 12. It's always significantly higher than every other game. I guess it's because of the altitude, and there's a lot more home runs hit in Colorado. That's the only reason I can think. It's either that or the Colorado's just that bad that everyone scores on them at will. Shout out to Rec Talk. I see him in the chat there. I got a chance to go back on the College Football Roundtable show. That's what it's called, right? College Football Roundtable. I probably should know it since I'm on it all the time. On Friday night, for those of you who got to see that. He does it every other Friday. Or maybe, I don't know, is he doing it every Friday now? I forget. He was doing it like twice a month. I think he might be doing it more than that now. I got a comment that said, stop screwing Pete. Well, I have been on it, like 3 or 4 times, and I haven't won yet. Now, I'm not saying I should have won. I'm just pointing out that I haven't won. That's all. I don't need any special favors. Eventually, I'll win on my own merit. I believe the first time I came on, Jackpot won, and I think I only lost to him by like 1 point. Yeah, okay, every other week. Yeah, I think I only lost to Jackpot by 1 point. I thought that last panel was great, though. It was me, Law Tide, Uncle Lou, and now I feel bad because I forget the guy's name that won. He was a Minnesota Golden Gophers fan. Damn it, I forgot his name now. That's all right. I'll get to know him. That's the first time I've ever heard of the guy. Was when I was on the show. So, but he seemed pretty cool. You know. Pete's answer is usually, what was the question? This is bullshit, man. That's true. Well, actually, one of the questions was, let me turn this music off. I'll appease VicTube. Turn this music off. One of the questions was, the debate whether who the better conference is, either the Big Ten or the SEC. And so he goes, all right, let's start off with Pete. What's Pete's answer? I go, the SEC is better than the Big Ten. He goes, okay, why? I go, we just are. He goes, okay. So that's what lost me the contest there. I'm saying, what kind of answer is that? They just are. No one cares about Minnesota. Well, Minnesota fans care about Minnesota. I mean, they're few and far between, but they do exist. The reason I know that is because I just met one on Friday night. What's up, Scott? Scott, I got your voice message yesterday of that joke you were trying to tell, and it cut off towards the end. I didn't get to hear the butt of the joke. I don't know if it was a technical issue on my end or on yours or what, but it was about 3/4 of a way through the joke, and it just cuts off. So you might, I don't know if you're able to come on today and tell us the joke. I want to hear the end of the joke. You know. Speaking of it coming on, hopefully my StreamYard doesn't act up today. I don't know. I don't know if it's because I've been using the same StreamYard link for like 3 years for all of my shows, and I don't pay for it, and I don't go live from StreamYard. I just use it to patch in callers or whatever. But it's been like 3 times it's happened now, where it's just the sound cuts off, and I can't hear the people that are on with me. It's weird. Maybe I just need to change my link.
It's a dumb golf joke, if you want to hear it or not.
I do. Yeah, I do want to hear it because you had me roped in. I was listening, and then it just shuts off, and I'm like, God damn it! I can't hear the end of it now.
Okay. Man and woman in a bar, having light conversation, sitting in the bar, having drinks. They start drinking a lot more, having more intimate conversation as the night goes along, to the point where one says to the other, said, you know what, the wedding chapel's right down the street. Why don't we get married? And so they hop along down there and get married, and then they're blackout drunk, and they wake up the next morning in a hotel suite, going, where the hell are we? But the man goes, did we get married last night? And the lady said, well, yeah, I think we did. And he said, well, look, if you could handle this, I'm a passionate fan of golf. I just love golf. I could play every single day if I could. I watch it on TV. I read about it. That's all I do is talk about and play golf. Now, if you could handle such a thing like that, then maybe we could work things out here with the marriage. And she said, well, okay. She said, but you got to know something about me. And he said, okay, what is it? Well, I'm a hooker. And he said, oh, wow. Oh, it must have been the grip.
Well, I hurt my ribs this weekend. I don't even know how I hurt them, but I somehow did. This is how you know you're getting old. So anytime I laugh or cough or sneeze or anything, it's painful. I actually figured out the punch. As soon as you said hooker, I already knew what the punchline was going to be.
Everyone tells me that now, too. They say as soon as I say hooker, they know what it is.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say, oh, well, it's better than being a slicer.
Right. That's right.
Something like that.
Oh, Lord.
I didn't even... Did you watch any of the U.S. Open yesterday? I didn't watch any of it.
I didn't watch much of it at all because I don't know who J.J. Spawn was, and the only leading person I knew was Adam Scott, and I'm not a big fan of Adam Scott. Yeah. So, Scotty Scheffler would make it like his normal weekend rebound, and that didn't happen. I don't have a problem with Adam Scott, but I usually root for America to win, an American to win the U.S. Open, right. because it's the U.S. Open. Yeah,
it's reasonable. I mean, it's a tough course when I think only the guy that won was under par, right?
Well, Roy
I heard.
Roy gave the course shit.
Weren't the players like complaining about the condition of the course? Which is pretty.
Rory McIlroy did. He complained badly about the course.
Hey, what was it like? Didn't they have a bunch of rain or something? Like it was really wet.
Yep.
I mean,
Sunday it was. Yeah.
That's not the grounds crew fault that they got 8 inches of rain in 24 hours. I mean, what?
Well, they all play the same course.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Thank
Yeah.
you. That's
I mean, that's kind of weak.
It is. Now there is sometimes a difference in the condition of the course from the morning to the afternoon tee times. So like obviously the afternoon, the courses will have dried out at least a little bit. So the morning guys probably had a wetter course, but if it's on Sunday, it's your fault that you have an early tee time. That means that you're far down the leaderboard. So
yeah, you're telling me every day you were at a disadvantage, and you would have been an advantage at Sunday.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, this is the same arguments you have in football. Oh, the weather. Okay, well, they both play in the same weather.
Right, and actually, in the case of golf, and especially the U.S. Open, where they just make the rough ridiculously high and the greens ridiculously fast, most years, if there's not a torrential downpour, the afternoon guys actually have a disadvantage because the greens get so much faster when they dry out in the afternoon than in the morning.
Yep.
So, it's just
the maintenance crew had to be out there in the wee hours of the morning trying to squeeze out the water out of the fairways and the course. Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, isn't that the point of a major? Is that the course conditions are tough?
Particularly the U.S. Open, yeah.
Yeah, the U.S. and the British.
They both make those are the two toughest ones for sure. I mean, the Masters is always in immaculate shape, so it doesn't really,
But it's the same course every year.
Yeah, it's the same course every year, right. Oh, so who won? I don't even know. All I know is I was seeing people on Twitter complain about that it was, the course conditions were unwatchable. And I'm like, well, like Rex said, everyone had the same conditions. So I don't know. Your favorite golfer just happened to suck that day. Get over it.
Yeah.
I mean, didn't John Daly win both the British and U.S.? If he can do it, I don't see.
He won the British Open while he was fucking shit-faced drunk. He doesn't even remember winning it. I remember
the year he was like 11th alternate too, or was that it was the PGA Championship? He was like 11th alternate.
I'm thinking about when he won. I think it was at St. Andrews. He went into a playoff too, but if you go back and watch the highlights, I mean, he's such a heavy drinker, you couldn't tell he was drunk, and plus he had sunglasses on and all that. But he was drinking, I think, straight vodka out of his water bottle the whole round.
Is this John Daly?
Yeah, John Daly.
Oh my God.
He was drinking straight vodka out of his water bottle, and he smoked like 2 packs of cigarettes while he's playing. And he fucking won the thing.
And he plays better drunk, man.
Yeah.
I mean, he could play better barefoot and drunk than most of the pros.
He's definitely a guy that never should have been successful. Like, even his mentality of golf, just knock the shit out of it. Anyone else does that, and it never works out for him.
Grip it and rip it, yeah.
Well, he just had a natural talent. That's all it was.
Yeah, it must have been the grip.
And a lot of guys get in their own head. A lot of golf is, it's very, 70% mental, 30% physical. And a lot of people get in their own head. It'll fuck with your head if you start playing bad, John Daly just, he's the same all the time. Like, he doesn't let it, when he hits a bad shot, it doesn't bother him. I've never seen him get like mad on a golf course before.
He has. He's thrown.
Oh, I've seen him get mad. I've seen him, kind of blow up when he's like, he was in a U.S. Open and he hit a ball up on the, on the grass, and it came rolling back.
Yeah.
He tried it twice, and then he just said, "Fuck it, I'm done." He just walked off.
Oh, he's quit.
He walked off and said, "I'm done.
Damn.
I don't give a shit. DQ me."
Damn.
And I think you might have heard this, Pete. Like, before the Masters, he'll go down there. Like, obviously, he doesn't play it anymore, but he'll set up his RV at the Hooters and just sign on.
Yeah, I have heard that. Does he still do that? Well, I guess he doesn't play in the Masters every year anymore, does he? Or maybe he does.
I don't know. I think he was on the senior tour for a while.
Right.
I'm sure he makes more money with his his sponsored antics or sponsorships and everything else than he probably made, in his golf career.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure he needs money. So he lived in Colorado I was born in Colorado. My dad was in the military. They lived there at the same time John lived there, and I think he racked up like $75 million in gambling debt.
Yeah, he was a degenerate gambler. Yeah.
Yeah.
75 million?
Yeah, I think so.
Probably more than that.
Shit.
Yeah, he talks about it. Yeah. I don't think he's hurting for money, though.
No, I don't think so either. And let me look up John Daly's net worth and see what it is.
I bet it's less than you'd think it is.
Oh, it probably is. I mean, it's not, I don't think
He's
it's
doing better than any of us. So
I was disappointed. I've told this story before, but I back in, what year was that? 2000 maybe? Well, it's probably about 20 or 21. It was 2000 or 2001. I can't remember. I used to be a caddy out at this golf course on Kiowa Island called Cacique. It's Tom Watson's course. It was actually, I was caddy for two courses. The river course, which is, on Kiowa you have the river course and the ocean course. Obviously it's self-explanatory which one's which. The ocean course is on the ocean, the river course is on the river. And there's another one called Cacique that had just opened in 2000 that Tom Watson was the designer of. And they had a celebrity golf tournament out there one year. John Daly played in it. I did not get paired up with. I was disappointed that I wasn't paired up in his group. But so the guy I caddied for was an actor named John Ashton. Do you know who that is?
I know that name.
It's Sergeant Taggart from Beverly Hills Cop.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, he was kind of a fud. Whatever. He was what he was what he was. But I think it was 3 days. Yeah, it was a 3-day golf tournament. One day we got paired up with Jim McMahon, the football player, Jim McMahon. And it's like an 8:30 tee time. We're standing on the tee box. It was John Ashton, the guy I was caddying for, some fucking douchebag professional bowler who I'd never heard of before. And he was a real dick, and I would have beat his ass at golf. He sucked, but he was a dick. He thought he was the cat's meow, and then Jim McMahon. So we're standing on the tee box. It's 8:30 is our tee time. The tee times are like every 10 minutes. So 8:30 rolls around, 8:35 rolls around. We're standing around waiting on McMahon, and they're like, oh, fuck, man, we have to just play without him. Well, finally we're like, fuck it, we're just gonna have to start without him. Well, he comes running up on the tee box with no shoes on and a Coors Light in each hand at 8 o'clock in the morning. He played the entire round with no shoes on, barefooted.
What a legend, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, just what a guy.
He's worth $2 million. His net worth is $2 million.
That's probably all like investments and property and shit.
Yeah, his gambling debt, he went up as far as $55 million.
Damn. That's rough.
Yeah, I mean, that's tough, man.
That's tough.
All right. Put it all on red 18. I'm getting out of debt tonight. Oh, yeah. Didn't work.
Yeah, boy, that's down bad there. I wonder if he was doing sports betting or casino, like blackjack. I don't know. Maybe probably everything. You know,
Had to be everything. If you're that much in debt, you're gambling on everything, everything you can.
Sport. I'm sure he does a lot of sports betting. I bet he. I mean, he could be a spokesperson for any of these gambling sites. For God's sakes,
yeah.
DraftKings, any of them.
Well, Jordan was even worse, but Jordan's a billionaire, so he had the money to lose.
Yeah, Jordan can do. Yes, exactly.
Well, Barkley was pretty bad. He never would admit that he had any kind of issue. He did say, I had to cut back on how much I was gambling.
I mean, cut back. I've seen Charles Barkley firsthand go at it. It was kind of nuts.
Really?
What do you mean?
After the Tyson Lennox-Lewis fight in Memphis, me and a couple buddies went down to Tunica, and Charles Barkley was one of the many that were down there. And that motherfucker was on the craps tables rolling $50,000 a hand.
Oh, God.
I bet everyone was around him, too.
I'm telling you what, if I saw somebody, even if I knew somebody was rich enough to bet that much, if I saw somebody betting that much on one hand or one roll or whatever, it would give me anxiety just watching it. It's not even my money.
And maybe it's just the way I'm wired. Like, if you're rich, you've already won. What is there to gamble for?
You see this a lot with sports people for a reason, especially retired sports people, because they don't get that adrenaline rush from playing sports anymore. So now they're doing it through gambling. You know, that risking all that money gives them a rush. Like if I risk $100, I get a rush if I win because I'm not a millionaire.
Yeah, you only get the rush if you win, though.
Oh, yeah. If you don't win, you're down bad. You might as well go to, that's why there's no balconies in Vegas, Vic. People fucking leap right off of them.
I've heard that's why that you can't open any of the windows in any of the hotels.
Yeah. No casino hotels have balconies or windows that open.
Now, wait a minute. The Venetian has, not Venetian, oh, fuck.
You talking about Caesars?
Not Caesars.
Well, Caesars has like the penthouse suite. You can go out. There's like a balcony, but the regular rooms, I don't think there's anything. There's no.
Well, if I will come up with the damn name of it in a damn second, because it was the last place I stayed in Vegas, and that was like 2018, 19. Anyway, beautiful hotel. It's one of the newer hotels, and damn why I can't think of the name of it is beyond me now.
Bellagio?
But it had a little balcony. It did. But they had it where, there was a big high fence. So if you try to kill yourself, then you had to do a lot of work to
so they had a balcony, but it was hard to jump off of. Is what you're saying?
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
You had to be committed. Yeah,
you had to be really committed.
Yeah, you had to be committed.
And for the record, I'm not getting tased again for a round 2 video of the talent show.
No,
I'm just gonna have to make do with that one because that shit sucked.
You'd have to get tased at a higher voltage too. Like you have to up the ante.
Well, instead of getting tased, just have those 2 guys that were in the video with you like beat you with a wiffle ball bat or something.
Well, actually, I mean, we got hit with shit during defensive tactics training because they wanted to make it real. So, we got hit with shit. I got punched in the face.
Punched in the face?
Yeah.
Messing with you, buddy.
Because I don't think that I don't think getting punched in the face is going to prepare you for anything.
It's the SWAT guys that run defensive tactics, and they're a bunch of assholes.
Yeah, they're just fucking with you. They just wanted to punch people for no reason.
Well, they decide to punch everybody then because they do it to everybody.
Wow.
That's ridiculous.
Yes.
I mean, I kind of get it to a point, like, because, if I'm fighting, I mean, I got punched in the face. Fighting that naked motherfucker that was trying to flush a bunch of cocaine.
Yeah, but I don't think getting punched in the face trains you for anything.
I really don't think it does either because it sucked when they did it and it sucked when the other guy did it.
Yeah. Getting punched in the face is no fun. That's for sure.
Hey guys, our next training is punch Slim in the face. All right, let's all take turns.
Did they pepper spray you too, Slim?
Yeah, but I'm not posting that video because they make you recite off a bunch of information, and I'm not posting that shit to the internet.
So what? They're like, this sounds like a torture video. So they spray you with pepper spray and then make you like what? Recite the alphabet backwards or some shit? I mean, what the fuck?
No, I had to. While walking towards the person that sprayed you, you recite off shit like your name, date of birth. Because it's a bitch to talk, it's a bitch to see. Then you have to run over to one person that's holding like one of those square, I don't want to call it a punching mat.
Yeah.
And you have to punch it reasonably hard while you're yelling commands for him to get on the ground. Then you have another one to run to where you got to throw knees into it, and then you get to run over to the hose.
Man,
wow.
I just recently saw a video of a cop. He was stopping a car for a traffic infraction, and this guy comes from out of the blue, pepper sprays him, and then jumps on top of him, and then starts knifing him. Sticking a knife in him. The guy never pulled his gun on him, and I was thinking, why wouldn't you pull the damn gun? Because this guy's trying to kill you.
Wow.
He didn't. He didn't. He didn't. Backup showed up and got him off of him. But and a good Samaritan showed up and helped get the guy off of him too. But damn, I was like, if this guy deserved to be, use lethal force, it was on this motherfucker.
Well, yeah, if somebody stabs you, you can definitely shoot them.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, the Cosmopolitan, that was the hotel I was thinking of.
Oh, Cosmo. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and actually getting sprayed makes a whole lot of sense because the shift I'm on, last time anybody got sprayed, fucking sergeant sprayed the guy that was putting up a fight and the officer rolling around on the floor with him.
Yeah, so if you carry pepper spray inside the jail?
Yeah, I got shit on my belt. I'll show you.
Yeah, so if you spray pepper spray indoors, that's not good for anybody, is it? I mean, including you.
Oh, no, it sucks. If you're in a closed area, it's fucking terrible.
Well, the jail is closed, right? I mean, it's not an open air jail.
Well, I mean, like a small room.
Okay. Like a jail cell?
Like usually, like when somebody, like that's one of their, I don't want to say favorite things to do, but it's a go-to. If somebody's deciding to like kick their door and shit, is to open their pie flap, spray them, and then close it back. Because then they're stuck in a fucking little room, sucking on that spray.
Have you got a taser too, Slim?
Yeah, but they don't.
You do?
So
For whatever reason, we've only got so many of those.
He's got a taser and pepper spray. I think he's got a gun too, but he can't wear the gun inside the jail, obviously, because they don't want, they don't want a prisoner getting a hold of the gun.
Beat the shit out of somebody?
Yeah.
No, they don't give us those.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
So which
No fun.
first?
Yeah,
No
there it is.
fun at all.
I saw a video the other day.
Nobody's allowed. Even most of patrol doesn't carry those anymore.
I saw a video the other day of a guy who got pulled over for speeding. And for whatever reason, the cop was being kind of a dick. And he asked him to get out of the car. And the guy was like, no, I'm not getting out of the car. Just write me a fucking speeding ticket. I'll be on my way. And he's like, no, you got to get out of the car. So anyway, they're going back and forth about whether or not he's going to get out of the car. So the cop pulls out his pepper spray and is like, if you don't get out of the fucking car right now, I'm about to pepper spray you and drag you out. So he still refuses. So the cop tries to deploy the pepper spray, but it doesn't work. It just, I don't know, like, I guess they don't last forever. Right?
No, they don't. There's an expiration date on this can somewhere.
So the cop, he tries to deploy it. He pushes the button and nothing comes out. He goes, "Oh, God damn it! It's empty. You're lucky. Today's your lucky day." and the guy in the car goes, "No, it's both of our lucky days."
Wow.
Yeah.
It expires next month.
Oh, so after next month, you got to turn it in and get a new one.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Whenever. They actually have to buy some more, but they're not going to do that until about the middle of the month. Whenever the county commission approves the budget, they're on a spending freeze because it's the end of the fiscal year.
Yeah, so which one is worse, getting tased, pepper sprayed?
Oh, it's got to be tased.
Oh. All right. Here's the thing: that taser, unless they hold the button down, it's going to shut off after 5 seconds. That spray, you got a good 10 to 15 minute recovery for a normal person.
Oh, yeah.
So why did they have you count down from 30?
I don't know. That's just what they told us to do.
Yeah, because they don't want you to know when it's coming.
They count
Yeah,
down,
pretty much.
Yeah.
and they tased
So
you.
you're focusing on counting instead of focusing on when they're going to tase you.
Yeah, listen, I knew I was getting fucking tased. I was waiting on the suck. Oh, they fucked with the dude. There were 3 of us in that class, and one of the guys got tased before me. They let him hit 0 and still waited like another 5 seconds of just silence.
Damn.
I was like, oh, what a dick.
Yeah, it's kind of messed up.
That was kind of messed up. There was actually like 30 people in there. I guess everybody gets a good laugh out of watching us get fucking tased.
Yep. Yeah, I know we did. So.
There you go, Big.
Did you have to tase that guy that was naked?
No, I didn't tase him. I'd rather not use it if I don't have to. Like, I'm not going to go for it unless it's just a fucking necessity.
Yeah, that's good.
I'd rather just dump you on your fucking head.
Yeah, there's a bunch of cases. You hear about it all the time. People getting tased and they just die. Have a heart attack.
Yeah, I mean, that's something that can happen. I mean, and here's the thing, too. You have a 50-50 shot of the damn thing even working.
Really? 50-50?
Yeah.
Oh, damn, that's not very good odds.
That's not good at all.
That's roulette table odds.
Yeah, that's like betting on black.
Some people, it doesn't affect them. If they got on a jacket, you're probably fucked completely.
Yeah, especially like a heavy jacket.
Yeah, it's just not going to make a good connection.
Right.
Plus, it also depends on how far apart those probes are. If they're real close together when they hit you, it's much less effective.
Why is that?
We had a choice. Because the further, less muscle groups it's affecting.
All right.
Like, we had a choice of getting shot, or they had some alligator clips to attach it to us. Now, you shoot me, because I seen a video of somebody getting the alligator clips attached to him. They attached one up by his neck, and they attached the other one down by his ankles.
Oh, no, thanks.
Oh, god damn.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
thanks.
so he's getting the full fucking effect.
Why don't they put them on your nipples?
Make it a tease with
Oh.
I mean, they got to pull those probes out, but honestly, as bad as getting tased is, you don't even notice that shit.
I didn't even know you could put clamps on. That's some medieval torture shit there.
Or that's some damn S&M.
Yeah, put a clamp on your balls.
What they'll do is they'll take one that's already been shot. It just keeps them from, like, if it's a class of like 10 people, it keeps you from having to use 10 of those cartridges.
Gotcha.
Because the damn things are about $80 or $90 a piece.
Really?
Yeah, something like that.
Damn.
Well, a lot of people got tased and pepper sprayed this weekend around the country, didn't they, with all these protests going on?
I saw that.
Yeah.
I know somebody brought up something about those little pepper ball guns. We have a couple of those.
Yeah, so was that a ball full of pepper spray, and once it hits you, it explodes in your face?
Yeah, it's basically like a pepper spray paintball. It is the best way to put it.
Yeah. I don't know, man. What's the difference between tear gas and pepper spray? Is tear gas just like a stronger version of that, or is it basically the same thing?
Tear gas is, pepper spray is just what it is. I mean, honestly, both of them are. Like, pepper spray is just pepper spray, and tear gas is just that. It's a gas.
But it has a similar effect.
No. The pepper spray is what makes you feel like your face is on fire and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
The tear gas is what makes your nose run, you're gasping for breath.
Your eyes water, ergo tear gas. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, what we carry is a combination of both. It's got tear gas and pepper spray in it.
Damn.
Just in case.
Yeah, and that's what we got fucking sprayed with. That shit was terrible.
Is there like one main company that makes all that shit? Because if you know a protest is coming up, just go ahead and buy stock in that company like the week before. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I don't know if there's one company that does it.
I know the guy. I know a friend of mine when they were just about to deploy tasers to the police departments out there that had turned me on and said, I'm not in the stock market by any means, but he's going, man, he said, you ought to play the stock market and you ought to get into these tase guns. And he showed me a whole presentation of it.
Wow.
Well, damn, that sounds pretty damn sweet. And he made a buttload of freaking money on that.
Yeah, see? That's what I'm saying. There can't be 100 companies making those things. It's probably 2.
Yeah, it's probably 2 or 3.
Joshua in the chat says there's a taser company, a big one called Taser. This is the name of the company.
Well, that's right. That was the company. That was the first company.
Well, and that's not even getting into the shit that civilians can buy. I mean, you've probably got another dozen companies that do that shit. Like the ones we buy, civilians can't buy.
Yeah, you're talking about the ones that women carry in their purse, like the ones, the handheld ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, those aren't that bad. I've shocked myself with one of those before. I mean, it was unpleasant, but it wasn't like. Here's the thing about that. I guess it's better than nothing for a woman, but if you got some guy who's like 250 pounds and you weigh $120 soaking wet and you're a woman and you try to tase him, that's not stopping him from breaking your neck. It's not.
No.
Not that handheld one.
You have to get that close to tase him too.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. Get up close and personal.
Yeah, he'd already have a hold of you by the time you were able to tase him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what's great about the ones we have. I think they can go as far as like 25 feet, something like that.
Yeah. I guess pepper spray is an option. At least it blinds your attacker. If you're a woman, I'm talking about if you're a woman. But I still think the best answer if you're a woman is a gun.
Amen.
Well,
I agree.
Samuel Colt had the best quote on that. God made all men, I made them all equal.
Yeah.
Did you just, and I'm taking this clip at face value, but I guess it's an Australian reporter. That's in LA, and she's like reporting on the protest.
Oh yeah, she got the rubber bullet.
Yeah, and then this LAPD cop just points right at her and shoots her from like 15 feet away with the rubber bullet.
Yeah, I saw that. There was another one, another reporter. I don't know where he's from. I'm assuming he's an American. He got shot right in the fucking forehead with one of those rubber bullets, and it left this. It looked like almost like. I don't even know like how to explain. It almost looked like he had a horn growing out of his forehead. That's how big the welt was. I think it knocked him out.
Man,
we don't have rubber bullets that I know of, but we do have the beanbag rounds for shotguns.
Well, I guess they forget what happened to Rodney King, man. The LAPD, they don't mess around.
Yeah, no shit.
Well, I saw that No Kings protest, them knocking an old man down, but what that old man had done, the cops were on horses. He had went over and fucked with the horse.
Yeah,
you don't fuck with the man's horse.
Yeah, he was
simple as that.
He was punching the horse in the face.
Yeah,
what?
Yeah, I was thinking, you deserve every bit of it, you old motherfucker.
Yeah, I'll take pointless for 300, Alex.
Yeah, punch a horse in the face. You're just a dumbass.
Yeah, like seriously, what good are you doing punching a horse in the face? Because,
I don't know what he's thinking.
I don't know if you've ever been around horses, but they got fucking hard heads.
I guess though, yeah, that's one thing. Also, maybe he was trying to get the horse to buck the cop off of him, because he was agitated by being punched in the face. I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe.
But
that'll show Trump.
Yeah, that'll show Trump. Yeah, punch a horse in the face.
Well, they had batons, and they batoned the shit out of that old man and pushed him back into the crowd.
Yeah.
I was like, hell yeah. I mean, don't fuck with a man's horse.
What really got me was when they were going to deploy the Marines and motherfuckers were telling the Marines basically to bring it on. It's like, how dumb can you be?
Well,
Those
yeah.
crayon-eating motherfuckers have got enough problems as it is.
I don't know what the point of deploying the Marines would be. I mean, Marines are trained to kill, not to hold, crowds back.
Yeah, I don't get the National Guard and then the Marines. I don't understand why that's needed.
Yeah, I mean, if somebody attacks a Marine, he's just going to kill him. I mean, that's what he's trained to do. So, I don't think protesters should be killed.
I think the only point in the Marines is because the Marines are the only military branch that report directly to the president. Like, he has direct control over the Marine Corps.
Yeah, I don't think they should be killed. Now, here's the thing. Here's what I don't like about the protests. I don't have a single problem with people protesting. But this new trend that we've seen over the past 4 or 5 years, where they block the highway or sit on the interstate and not let people drive by, like what kind of protest is that?
That's not a protest. At that point, that's a crime.
Yeah, I know.
Well, you know what? Whether you like him or not, what DeSantis has done in Florida. He said, if someone comes and assaults your vehicle, you have the right to run them over.
Yeah. Well, I did see a video of a guy. I think it was in California this weekend. His wife was having some sort of medical emergency, and he was trying to get her to the ER. and they blocked the road, and he had to get out of his car and plead with them to let, he's like, my wife's dying. I need to get through. I'm on the way to the hospital. They still wouldn't let him through. At that point, if I'm that woman's husband, I'm running over anybody in front of me. I don't care.
That's exactly right.
If you're making me choose between your life when I don't know you and my wife's life, I'm choosing my wife. Sorry.
And no court in the land would put you away.
Right. I don't know how that's
why most states,
maybe LA would. Yeah.
That's why most states have laws that, you won't be prosecuted if you run over some protester in the street, because that's not a protester at that point. That's criminal.
How about that guy? I think it was in Mexico, or it was one of those. It was either Latin America. It was, yeah. Remember that? You know what I'm talking about. The old guy who just got out of his car and just started shooting protesters because they were blocking the road.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and it was only like 7 years or something. Like, it was a very short amount of time for gunning someone down.
Yeah. He just shot 2 people dead that were just standing in front of his car.
Yeah, I think that was like a climate change protest or something.
Something like that. But he was like 70 years old. He was a retired college professor.
That man gives no fucks.
Yeah, he's like, fucking, I don't got much time left anyway. Fuck these guys. I'm trying to get to
to do on the other side of town.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah.
Probably making him late for his fucking colonoscopy or something.
I'm on my way to
go home and take a shit. So get out of my way.
He's probably on his way to his bingo game. He's like, I've been looking forward to this bingo game all week, and these little fucks want to mess it up for me.
Yeah, I got to watch Jeopardy.
Bingo's great, though. And I don't know why.
I love bingo. I love bingo too, man.
Yeah, everybody on that cruise loved bingo too.
Hating on bingo.
Well, I mean, Pete was going to defriend Sea-Dog over bingo, so I just thought I'd bring it up.
Yeah. Yeah, I did tell him he was dead to me. Yeah. But he was only dead to me for like 30 minutes.
He was dead to you over 3 or 4 different things that week.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't own a wallet. He doesn't own pants.
Oh, we do have an update on that. I think he had a wedding to go to, and his wife did make him wear pants to that. So
he went and bought pants.
She procured a pair of pants for him.
Yeah, because we on the cruise. Scott, have you ever been on a cruise before?
No, I haven't.
Okay. So one night out of the cruise, they have what's called the captain's dinner, where you're supposed to not, you don't have to dress in a tuxedo or anything. It's just don't dress like a slob. Maybe put on a pair of pants, Yeah.
Sport coat. Yeah.
So we're talking about the captain's dinners tonight, blah, 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 And everyone's like, oh, what do we have to wear? I'm like, I don't know, some slacks and a button-up shirt, maybe at the least, or a collared shirt even, maybe. Just don't walk in there in cargo. Don't walk in there looking like Sea-Dog is what I said.
Right.
Yeah.
And that was when Sea-Dog admitted, well, I guess I'm not going to dinner because I don't have a pair of pants. I said, what, you didn't bring a pair of pants or you don't own a pair of pants? He said, I don't own a pair of pants. I said,
it does get cold in Atlanta in the winter.
How old is Sea-Dog? He's like 30-something, isn't he?
No, he's not 30 yet. He's like...
He's almost 30.
I think he's my age, but yeah.
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 I would think his legs would get a little chilly.
No, he says he doesn't get...
According to him, no. He just wears a hoodie and shorts.
Yeah, according to him, his legs don't get cold.
We're going to put that to the test I tell you what, the next Slob Olympics, that's in Nashville, right?
There's a high likelihood that you have to put that to the test because it's liable to be cold.
Well, we'll just lock them in a freezer somewhere.
Absolutely.
When you admit that your legs are cold,
ask the hotel, can you use their freezer for
use a meat freezer.
30 minutes.
So I got mad just because he didn't own pants and started collecting money from people to buy him a pair of pants.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I think we got up to $40 raised or something.
Yeah, I threw $20 in on it. Yeah.
Well, he could have got up until a pair of pants.
Up until he said he didn't have a wallet, and Pete was like, "Yeah, fuck this," and started refunding everybody.
Yeah. He said he didn't have a wallet. I just started giving everybody their money back. This guy's a lost cause.
I'm like, no.
Yeah. I just remember Lou standing there like, what are we doing? This guy's like 30 years old.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
That's
We're
funny.
trying to correct this.
Yeah, and then he didn't come to the happy hour because he was busy playing bingo after he promised me he would come. That's when I disowned him.
Oh, I didn't know he promised you he would come.
Yeah, so we were sitting up on, it was me and Sir UJ were sitting up on that top deck, you know, like the adults only section. And Sea-Dog and his wife walked by, and I was like, we were like, hey, you know, happy hour's in like an hour. You guys are going, right? And he's like, well, bingo's in an hour. I said, fuck bingo. What are you, 90?
Yeah.
I said, all of the slobs are going to go to this happy hour. I said, you don't have to stay for the whole hour, but at least show up for like 15 or 20 minutes and then go play bingo. And I made him promise me that he would. And he did promise me. And then he didn't show up because he was playing fucking bingo.
So he showed up after it was over.
He showed up after it was over. That's right.
You know what we won at bingo, though?
Nothing.
Yeah, that's right. That's correct.
I mean, Jackpot was into the bingo thing too, but at least he came to the happy hour for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, he did.
And then he just
Jackpot
disappeared.
Was way into bingo.
Yeah.
I wish you would have seen that.
I mean, is Jackpot like one of those people that's got like 9 cards going at once?
No. Well, yeah. I mean, the way it worked, I think it was like $50 and you got like X number of cards with 9 different bingo things on them. It's not as difficult as you think to keep up with that, though.
He was, and then he was trying to, he goes, well, it's like I forget what the jackpot was. It was like $5,000 or $10,000 or whatever. I forget.
You're not going to win that shit. No.
Yeah.
No one won that, though, because that was, you had to cover your whole board. So what is it, 25 squares? I think it's 5 by 5 in like 50 or less. So you had to hit every other number, which is not likely to happen.
Okay.
Right. But how is that even possible? Because if you would hit bingo before your entire card was full already.
Yeah, but the rules were changed, so you weren't trying to get, you know.
Oh, so it was its own thing.
Yeah, yeah. If you can do this, then I think there were some other things too, and they would keep going. No, I thought, oh, yeah, no one filled up their whole card. Jeez, what a surprise for us.
I can't believe the casinos.
Is that where it
Yeah, it was on the ship. Yeah.
I can't believe more casinos don't have this racket going to bring in more money.
They have it at Harris.
That sounds like a scam.
Well,
it does to me too.
Well, a lot of things in the casino are already a scam. I mean, well, they do have something that's similar to bingo. It's called Keno. And so that's their version that's the casino's version of bingo.
Well, yeah.
Keno's are a scam. What do you mean? Like, if you win too much, they ask you to leave.
Keno is like a cross between bingo and Powerball.
I'll tell you what a scam was. That game we were playing on the cruise in the casino, that it had that plastic ball full of money in it hanging from a string. And you have to push the button at the right time. So this little tiny pair of scissors clips the fucking string and the money ball drops. I'm convinced that's nothing different than a slot machine. There's no skill to it. It's just like 1 out of every 10,000 people that play it get the ball.
Yeah.
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 And the ball's got like $5,000 in it.
Well, and let's be honest, that was a less than above board casino we were at.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
You'll never go to Vegas and they'll put 2 people sitting next to each other with the same colored chips.
Yeah. I had to let them know that.
Yeah, they weren't. They didn't take a shine to that. What I recall.
No, they didn't.
No, I didn't either, though.
Well, they didn't know who they were messing with, Pete. That was their mistake.
Yeah, I told him. I said, I know you deal with a lot of idiots out here, but I'm the biggest idiot that knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm king idiot.
I'm king idiot. He didn't like the fact that I was cussing at him either. So.
Well, look, I mean, I didn't act a fool at all, and I got a bunch of grief from a blackjack dealer who stuck his finger in my face.
Did he really?
What?
Yeah, like I think like the dealer hit blackjack off me sitting on 20 or something. I was like, fuck. And when I said that, he stuck his finger in my face and wagged it like, no. And I just left that table. I was like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, that's not
like people at his table cussing.
I've heard dealers say that to me before, and I've seen them say it to other people. And they say it to me, especially in not on the ship, but in a regular casino. I'm like, you don't like cussing? I said, look around. Do you know where we are right now? Cussing is the least of our problems, dude.
I had to do that with one of the sergeants, because we have a sergeant on one of the shifts that doesn't like, because he's gone all born again on us, and he doesn't like cussing. I'm like, motherfucker, we're in a jail.
Yeah.
There's criminals in here.
Hey, come on in here and
worries in this place.
Come on into our establishment. We're going to give you free booze, and while you gamble away your life savings, but don't say the F word. No.
Fucking you. Don't say the F word while we're fucking you.
Oh man, especially at a Texas Hold'em tournament, God, people just go ape shit.
Oh yeah.
Because they got a bad beat, and then they just go, well, you cheated, and and then they start accusing anybody and everybody why they lost.
There was a guy a couple of months ago that there was a poker tournament at Cherokee, and he got angry for some reason and turned the whole table over.
Oh.
Yeah.
The whole table over. How do you do that?
Well, it's a poker table. He just turned. He stood up and turned the table over.
Same way you turn over any table.
Yeah. That's a good way to get banned for the casino for life. Doing that.
They don't have it bolted to the floor.
No, because they move them around a lot.
I know you're not supposed to cuss, but I just mumble under my breath if I've had a bad beat. Motherfucker.
Yeah. I wonder what made him so mad to turn it. I don't know if it's just because he lost or if he felt like they screwed him over somehow.
Right.
Yeah.
When someone
probably got screwed over, but.
But yeah, a lot of people just can't take it losing, and they just go crazy. And then they just start, going after everyone. I had one guy. I came in second in a tournament in Vegas at the Strat, and it wasn't a big amount of money. I'm winning like $370 some odd. But this guy was like, I had a pair of jacks, okay, and I bet up, and he followed me, and then he bet up. And I went, okay, well, I'm all in. And I caught, he had, what did he have? He had, I think, pair eights or something like that. And I caught another jack. So I had trip jacks. Oh man, he had a shit fit. Like, if you hadn't caught us trip jacks, well, I still would have beat your ass because I had jacks.
Yeah.
I mean, you wouldn't have had trip. The point is to have a better hand than you. What do you think?
Right.
Well, I don't listen to Phil Hellmuth too much, but some of his advice, it can be pretty good. And one of the things he does say, he says, if you're going to bet and you go bet high, he said, you better know that you've got the better hand around the table.
Which he often doesn't. If
Which
he's playing with anyone good.
He doesn't listen to his own advice. You're absolutely right, Rick.
He went all in with Jack 10, honey. Jack 10.
He did me with Jack 10. That's right. Oh, man. The biggest complainer and whiner. Oh, Lord.
Yeah, that's why I never, if somebody starts talking shit in the casino, I just walk away because you never know. They might have just lost their entire life savings. You don't know what kind of mind state they're in. I'm not going to get into a shouting match with some stranger in a casino. If they start fucking with me, I just walk away. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah. And all the, you just see these people on the side because they got eliminated and they're still cussing around the table. You just got to say.
The worst time, if you want to see some real down bad people, I know we've said this before, just go down to the casino floor at like 4 or 5 a.m. These guys that have been gambling and losing all night, and it's just so depressing. You could just see the depression on their face.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if it's depressing or the greatest marketing strategy ever, but about 500 yards away from the casinos,
pawn shop.
Basically yes.
Yeah, there's a gas station right across from Cherokee, right across the street. I mean, it's like 2-minute walk. And there's a fucking pawn shop inside the gas station.
24-hour.
24 hours. You want to go in there and sell your Rolex and keep gambling? Come on in, buddy.
Dude, there's a whole genre on YouTube of that. I saw a guy, he'd record himself, and then he'd be like, hey, this is going to be my last recording for a while because I got to pawn my camera. And he'd go gamble, and he'd be like, shocker, didn't go well again.
Damn.
Poor guy.
Why would you want people to see the darkest side of you?
God, who knows?
Yeah. No.
I mean, have you ever scrolled TikTok? Why is 3/4 of that shit even there?
Yeah, that is a good point. The darkest side of you can make you money.
Yeah, they do it for the views.
Yeah.
Well, I'm old school. I'm old school. I do it for the vine.
I do it for the grip.
Well, you do MySpace too?
I do it all for the nookie.
Do it all for the nookie.
Yeah.
The nookie.
Yeah.
Pete, I ask you this because I'm there with you. At what point did you realize, oh my God, like I am the age that I made fun of? Like MySpace, I can joke about because I had one, right?
I did too.
I know, I did too. For like a week.
Tom was my friend. Tom was everybody.
I guess the
Tom
age
has more friends than anybody.
I guess the golden, when I turned 40.
It took that long.
It took, yeah. When did it happen for you?
I think when I started hanging out with Sea-Dog. And I'd be like, yeah, remember George Godsey and Joe Hamilton? And he's like, no, dude, I wasn't alive. And then I was like, oh, shit. I've said this before, like, he doesn't remember 9/11. Like, that was the big moment for me. Is like a lot
that'll do it. Yeah. Yeah, when I was last week when I was in T-Mobile getting my new phone, she goes, "What's the code to get in your phone?" And I said 1999. And she looked at me. She goes, "Was that the year you were born?" I go, "That was the year I graduated high school. I was like 18." She's like a 21-year-old girl.
Oh, good God.
I'm like,
Said, "Oh, hell yeah, I sure was, baby."
I should have said that.
Well, I'll tell you the most messed up version of that. It didn't even happen to me. I don't know if I've said this. My ex-wife's like 9 years older than me.
Oh,
and
older women. How you like that?
I've always liked older women. So we were going to get her dress or something, like bridesmaids dresses she was picking out. And the person that was helping us called her my mother, referred to her as my mother.
Oh, Lord.
And that was a rough weekend for me.
Yeah, that's pretty rough there. Well, it's rough for you, but it's really rough for her.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, I think I even said to the lady, like, why would you say that?
Yeah.
She's obviously not, first of all, she's obviously not old enough to be my mom.
Ooh, that's rough. So how old do you have to get before you're not into older women anymore? There's got to be a line.
Probably, well, I don't know, dude, because like Sandra Bullock is smoking hot. She's what?
But that's Sandra Bullock, man, and so is Selma Hayek.
Oh, God.
I'm about to say, Selma Hayek is a way better example.
Yeah, she's 58. Yeah, she's in the Sports Illustrated, in fact.
Yeah, I'm probably not far from it. I mean, I'm about to have a birthday coming up anyway.
Halle Berry looks
Probably
good,
40.
too, and she's like 70.
Who?
Halle Berry.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, how old is Halle Berry?
Halle Berry falls under the same category as Mariah Carey, though. Like, it may look good, but do you want to deal with that level of crazy?
No, I mean, she still looks good, but yeah, she is a little
crazy.
She's a little bit crazy.
As well.
I think anybody who's in Hollywood for 40 and 50 years is just automatically going to be crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know. Older women, I think, is the way to go. Especially, it's tough if you're like in your mid-20s, because then younger women than you are even more crazy than the average woman. But older women are in their careers and don't want anything to do with you.
Yeah.
Well, either that or they've already been through 3 divorces, and there's a reason why.
They got kids to raise.
I like my women a little on the trashy side.
There you go.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
I like them on the crazy side.
I'm not going to lie. We had this broad come in the jail, was like 25, 24, 25, something like that. She was born in like 2000. She looked like she was 50. Fucking meth is.
Speaking of that, so you guys know who this I don't know if she's a porn star or OnlyFans girl, whatever, that's always being talked about. She screwed like 1,000 guys. What's that girl's name?
Oh, yeah. I know who you're talking about.
Bonnie Blue. Yeah, all right.
Is that you talking about,
So,
Bonnie Blue?
Yeah, Bonnie Blue, and she's, I don't know, she's a British or something, English.
Yeah. She is. Yep.
So I looked at her, when I first saw her face, I'm thinking she's probably like 40. She's like 25 years old. I'm like, oh man, she's got a rough road ahead of her. I don't think she's hot at all.
Nope.
I mean,
I agree.
she's got a 40-year-old face. I'm sorry, she does. On a 25-year-old body.
Well, the MILF category, the mature category, the granny category in porn is
Granny?
leveling up.
Yeah.
The old gilf.
The old gilf. The old gilf.
What?
Go put in your take out your teeth, Mama. I want to suck on your gums.
Yeah.
You know, I saw a video on YouTube about that chick the other day. Apparently, her and another OnlyFans whore in some kind of beef for reasons unknown. You know, like my whoring is more pure than your whoring or something like that.
Oh, God.
I don't know. This just getting fucking ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
If I was a woman, I'd be doing that for sure.
Well,
Listen, I don't judge them either, but stop with the "I'm a legitimate business person" routine.
I think I know who you're referring to because I saw that post by her. It's the what's that girl? It's a young girl.
Yeah.
And she claims, and I don't know, she's made like $70 million on OnlyFans, but she's never had sex with anybody on camera. She claims she's a virgin.
She claims to be a Christian and a virgin.
Yeah, she claims to be a virgin. So I don't know what she does, just diddles herself or whatever. But yeah, so she's browbeating the Bonnie Blue chick because she's taking 1,000 dicks, and she's like, I don't even have sex. She's all high and mighty about it.
Yeah, I remember that when I read the Sermon on the Mount.
But does she get naked on her OnlyFans?
Well, I'm sure she does. I doubt she would make $70 million by keeping her clothes on.
Okay.
And does she have a good grip?
Naked, but doesn't have sex. Okay.
I knew that Vic was coming back to he was recalling the joke.
Like, just because you're a prostitute on the internet doesn't make you any less prostitute. Like, I mean, once again, I'm not judging you. It's the world's oldest profession for a reason. But stop with the holier than thou routine.
Yeah.
No, I didn't realize that was the case. Yeah, 100%. Don't pretend like you and, I don't know, the guy who owns the Radio Shack are on the same level.
God, that owns the radio.
But I don't know. I'm with the wreck. I think if I was a girl and I was hot, I'd do it. Fuck it. And
$70 million?
yeah, $70 million.
Have you ever seen this woman called Indiana MILF? Have you ever seen her?
What? No.
I don't.
I mean, she shows up. I try to get rid of her. I just unfollow. And she pops up every damn where.
Indiana MILF.
Yeah, and she talks some nastiest talk all the damn time. You get to the point where, okay, I know that you will take it in the brown eye. I understand all that, but enough for me. I'm trying to eat my cereal this morning.
Nasty. What does she do? Oh yeah, fucking yeah.
Where do you say? Where's this woman at? Where do I find her?
Indiana MILF?
Yeah.
She's on Instagram. You can look her up on there. It's
purely for research purposes.
Yeah, I'm not on.
Right. It's State Indiana, and her MILF is spelled MYLF. Indiana MILF.
Ah. Like fresh cut spelled with a K.
I'm not on
Gotcha.
Instagram.
I mean, she's on Instagram. She's probably on Twitter too. So.
Oh, she's an OnlyFans. I mean, she's like all there, doing her thing.
I'm surprised so many people pay for that when porn's free.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
Well,
I agree.
It depends on the person. Like, do you like Sopranos?
Oh yeah,
I love Sopranos.
Adriana has an OnlyFans.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Now
she's
she's
just started,
older now.
too. And she's making buku money.
Really?
She's not getting naked either.
She's not?
No.
What is she doing?
no.
Reading poetry? I mean, what the?
She's lingerie, all that, bikini, all that, but she's not getting naked.
Wow.
Does she call you Christopher?
Christopher.
Christopher.
Oh, come on, Christopher.
You whore.
Bulldog
Yeah,
JC says she's on
shut
Facebook
up.
too. I'm not on Facebook or Instagram.
Whore. It's who and whoa.
Scott needs incognito mode. Yeah.
Well, I like how y'all know their names. I got to start writing their names down so I can cut my search time down.
It's weird too. Like the problem with Twitter or X, I guess it is now, is, and I don't follow any porn stars or watch any porn videos on there. I'm just on there. Just if anybody who follows me on there knows why I'm on there, but it still comes up on your feed, and
Yeah.
you got to be careful. You click on the wrong thing and don't know what you're about to see about what you're in the wrong place at the wrong time type thing.
Yeah.
I figured that out reading Touchdown Tim's list of women he liked. I didn't know you could actually put porn on Twitter. So I'm like clicking the links. I'm like, oh, wow. That's a porn store. Abuela Danger should have been a giveaway, I guess.
They took over MySpace too, supposedly.
Well, let's be honest, Rick. It's Tim, so you should have assumed anyway.
Well, but I didn't assume that you could put actual pornography on Twitter. That I didn't know.
Okay.
I thought I was safe clicking a Twitter link.
Yeah, it's not. It's not safe at all.
No, that's a negative, Ghost Rider.
Yeah,
I'm sorry about my dog.
that's all right. And then there's this thing that
What's dog doing?
I always see.
Friends coming in the house.
I guess Elon Musk claims that promoting OnlyFans on Twitter is against their policy, but it's all over it. I mean,
Why would that be against your policy?
I don't know.
I didn't know Twitter had a policy. Like, you can pretty much put anything on there.
Yeah, you can.
Let's be honest. At the end of the day,
Either.
porn is not the worst thing you're going to find on Twitter. Motherfuckers getting their heads hacked off is all over Twitter.
Oh, yeah. Guess what the first thing I saw this morning when I woke up was when I opened my phone and opened Twitter. A guy jumping off a bridge onto the street below.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah, suicide.
There's whole
Like, what?
pages of just like gruesome deaths.
Yeah. Oh, Jay used to send them to me all the time.
What?
I remember when that shit happened in that big attack in Israel last year. That shit was all over Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you watch one of those videos and more of them keep popping up.
Yeah, I don't want to see that.
No, like some moderation is good. You know? Like
Yeah.
I was just scrolling the other day, and I probably come across a dozen videos of motherfuckers getting capped in a drive-by.
Yeah, oh yeah. There's a lot of shooting videos. Yeah. There's this one that Jay sent me. This guy gets in an argument with his neighbors about where they parked the car on the street or something. I don't know exactly what they were arguing about, but he goes inside, comes back out with his rifle, and just fucking murders them both in the street, right in front of their driveway, and then just walks back. What ended up happening was, because I read the comments about it. He went back in his house. The police obviously came. The other neighbors called the cops because they saw him murder the other neighbors. Cops show up at his house. There's like a standoff for like 20 minutes, and then he just puts his gun in his mouth and kills himself. But yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you did us a favor, so.
Well, and he killed 2 people before that over a car parking incident.
well, obviously he'd rather do that than life in prison or whatever he would have gotten. So I don't know.
Have you
Like,
seen
that makes you wonder. People have had guns in this country fucking forever. Since when do we start capping each other over parking spots?
Well, the guy was obviously
That's
mentally.
never been a
The
thing.
guy was obviously insane. And here's the other thing too. In the video, you can hear the audio. He goes inside, gets the gun, and walks back out, and is walking across the street. They see him walk out of his front door with a rifle, walking towards them. And instead of retreating into their house and getting some kind of shelter, they still continue to yell at him.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Dumbasses.
So he walks right up and puts the gun right up to the guy's forehead and just fucking blows his brains out.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would I wouldn't have to think about it. I'm running the other way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, like I may not run in the house because chances are I've got a gun, but I'm at least going to find some fucking cover.
Yeah. Not gonna stand there yelling at somebody with a gun who's crazy.
No.
Have you seen those weave stealing videos where people walk by in the hood and steal
Oh,
weave?
snatch the wig off your head? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, snatch the wig off. That shit's fucking hilarious.
Right off. It's the funniest shit I've seen.
I feel like that's also a good way to get shot.
Yeah, I think so.
But it's fucking hilarious, though. It really is.
Well, the big thing now I guess it's on TikTok and maybe YouTube too. I don't know, is the pranks. And some of these pranks, man, they just go way too far.
Oh, I've seen one dude almost got shot by an old man because he said it was water, but he was pouring it out of a gas can.
Oh, yeah, all over his truck.
Like F-250.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, I'm with the old man. That's a good way to get fucking killed.
Hey, old man jumps out of the car with a revolver and points it at the guy, and the guy's like, no, man, it's just a prank. It's just water. It's just water. He's like, good way to get yourself killed. Yeah.
I don't even necessarily see what's funny about that. Like,
it's not funny.
What's the prank?
They just do it for views, but somebody actually did get killed in a shopping mall.
I saw like the food court or something.
Yeah, he was pranking people, and somebody just pulled out their gun and killed him.
I know somebody. I saw one like some. I guess was somebody had like 1 million followers. Something, I don't fucking know. But apparently, like went to Japan with this shit, trying to pull pranks on people in public, and the fucking Japanese police beat shit out of him and threw him in jail.
Yeah, they don't mess around over there.
No, they wasn't fucking playing in Japan.
No, there was a recent incident where someone got shot over a YouTube copyright dispute. Did you see this?
What?
No, I didn't.
I'd have to look up the article, but yeah, I guess that they were beefing, and one copyright struck the other, and then the guy shot him over it.
I mean, it makes sense. People getting shot and killed over rap beefs for 30 years, so I mean, might as well take it to YouTube copyright strikes now.
Damn.
Yeah, sometimes, man, people take shit. Like, I've heard some YouTube. I don't know if you guys remember, I think it was last year, that crazy drunk Alabama fan that called in and threatened Rob Sanders.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I
The one
remember.
that talked about nuking.
Yeah, he talked about nuking Clemson. But he said it, next time he saw Rob Sanders, he was going to kill him. And then he was after he killed him, he was gonna go to his house and have his way with Rob's wife. That's what he said.
Wow.
And he didn't say it in those words. He used the actual word.
I do remember this, and I feel like it ended. He was like, "All right, we'll see you later, Rob." Something. Like
Yeah, it was
that.
weird.
It's insane.
He just kept talking about Alabama, football, and the guy got so mad that he started with the death threats.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
He's a truck driver too, I think.
Yeah, he was
inside his truck. Right?
Yeah, and then I think the next week after that, because Rob didn't take the bait. Rob was just like, "Okay, buddy, whatever." He didn't get mad. And then the next week, the guy called back in and started talking about football with Rob like nothing had happened the week before.
Yeah, like he didn't just threaten to sexually assault his wife.
Yeah, he threatened to kill me and take my wife. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't have let him back on after that.
Yeah.
I would.
This playoff thing's crazy.
I would just banned him from the studio, but
Yeah, it was pretty wild. Does anybody remember that guy's name?
No, I pulled that clip on one of my shows though.
Yeah.
I could figure it out. I don't remember I don't know if he gave his actual name. He's probably dumb enough to do that, though.
It was funny, though, because he goes, "We just need to drop a nuclear bomb on Clemson. Nobody would miss it." And Rob's like, "You fucking idiot. If you drop a nuclear bomb on Clemson, it's going to kill you, too." And he's like, "No, it's not. The blast radius is only 1 mile," or something like that. He's like,
No, he didn't know. So he kept saying blast radiance.
Yeah, radiance.
Like light.
The radiance.
You mean radius?
blast radiance.
Yeah.
That's radiance, dude. That's what.
Have you ever heard of radiation, though? Forget the blast.
Yeah.
Right.
Probably the worst way to die.
Yeah.
Is radiation sickness.
Yeah, I'd rather be in the blast radius than outside of it.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to survive with radiation poisoning.
I mean, I'm far enough away. I don't think I have to worry about either.
Far enough away from what, Clemson?
Yeah.
Well, it depends on which way the wind's blowing that day.
No, I think
You think they're going to hit Clemson first? Is that what's happening?
Hey, listen, ain't nobody talking about nuking the University of Memphis, so I think I'm okay.
Well, Clemson,
Even Knoxville's like 6 hours from me. I'll be all right.
Clemson's so small, I don't even think you'd need a nuclear bomb. You could just use like a grenade.
Yeah, same with Athens. Athens is not a big town. I mean,
No.
you know.
It's good you have this on another channel, Pete.
Yeah.
Talk about all the cities that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you don't want to
talk about football. Let's talk about the radius.
Yeah, how many universities would get taken out if we dropped an A bomb on Tuscaloosa?
Yeah, that's right. If we dropped one right in the center, ground zero, how many would that take out?
I think UAB would be fucked.
Yeah.
I forget the website name, but you can do this. And
Yeah.
it'll tell you the casualties.
I think Georgia Tech would be taken out if Georgia was taken out.
Yeah, we talked to Nate about that one day. He was playing the game. I forget what it was called. I think it was called like Nuclear War or something. And like you go to nuclear war with all these different countries, and you see who would win and how many people would die if they hit here or they hit there, which is an extremely dark game to play. I mean,
Sounds like it.
I don't know why anybody would want to play that.
But
Yeah,
if
whatever
I
happened
want to win.
whatever happened to simple shit like Mario Kart, y'all?
Or Pong. How about a little Pong?
You know, Donkey Kong.
Pong.
Yeah, right? Donkey Kong. I'm down with Donkey Kong.
That's right. Pac-Man.
Actually,
Well-
this may interest Rec for people that are into video games, but Nintendo's re-releasing the N64.
What?
No. What you're talking about, I think, is a company that's making it on a FPGA, which is a field programmable gate array. But it will play the cartridges at 4K. But Nintendo's not releasing it.
Well, the 64 and the Nintendo 64 stands for 64-bit, right?
Yeah. I
So
don't know
that's
why
like
think
they
so.
named it that.
that's like way outdated.
Yeah. Oh, but dude, there's a huge market for these retro games. Like, I just spent $170 on a GameCube game.
What?
Yeah.
I've got a box full of, I know I got a bunch of NES Nintendo games, and I think I've got some Sega Genesis games too.
There's some
Dude,
that are
I have
stupid.
boxes full of them. Like, 'cause I still have my NES, my Sega Genesis, my Super Nintendo. I never got rid of them.
Yeah.
Like Little Samson, I think it's $1,000 game on NES. Chrono Trigger is like $240 for Super Nintendo. Like,
Dude,
there's
I
dumb
still
people
have
like me that'll spend that for it.
I still have the combo game. It was like Super Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The little gun.
That was
Little gun for Duck
the
Hunt.
original game that came with the console when you bought it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The little gun still works too.
I had the gun, the power glove. Remember that?
Oh, I never had that.
The Power
I'm
Glove was
jealous.
a piece of garbage.
The power glove was a piece of
I
garbage.
don't care.
You know what
I'm
else?
Still jealous.
You know what else was a piece of garbage? I had the power pad, which it looked like the game Twister.
Yes.
And so like, and I think it only worked with a couple of games. Like it was like the Olympics game. So like you run track, but you're just bouncing on these fucking dots. It was the worst thing. Like if you're playing in your bedroom and you had upstairs and your parents are downstairs, it sounded like the ceiling was about to cave in. You're jumping around on that fucking pad all day.
Do you remember something called the rock and roller? It was literally like a hemisphere with a plank on the top of it, and you could control with that, like you balance on this thing.
Oh yeah, I think I do remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dumb beyond all belief.
Yeah.
Remember the PS3 with the paddles, that you could play tennis and all that with, and
I thought
the
that
gun.
Controls.
You could have the gun that you could go hunting in Africa.
Yeah, that was the week.
Why in Africa?
I don't
I
have to
gotta be
You're
after
killing snakes and lions. Just get
Killing fucking elephants?
You get them in this one damn hut, and this damn thing is gnawing at you and clawing at you, and I never won.
Now, I will say, this was when I was in my mid to late 20s. This is probably about 15, 20 years ago. We would get drunk and we have friends over our house. We would play that bowling game on the Nintendo Wii till like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, yeah, dude, we would have tournaments doing that.
Yeah,
shit.
we would be betting money on it and shit, too.
The bowling on the Wii Sports.
Yeah.
We played the Frisbee golf on the PS3, where you had to. It was like a little light, that was your paddle.
Yeah.
So, Pete, this is my analogous vice to your gambling. Like, I've probably spent a few $1,000s in the last months on retro games.
Well, at least you can continue to play those as long as they're around. Once you lose money gambling, you're never going to see it again.
I mean, there's a gambling element to it from the standpoint of the stuff could decrease in value, but it probably won't.
Yeah.
Are you buying it off eBay, or where are you buying it from, Rick?
Yeah.
All different places. There's a place in Stone Mountain, actually, that it's almost like a flea market that you can go in, and they have a bunch of different stuff. I'll go on Facebook Marketplace. I report the people selling repo stuff. So people will basically have a fake copy they're trying to pass as authentic. But I'll go to Facebook Marketplace. I've gotten lucky at some thrift stores. That's pretty rare because a lot of people know more about it now.
Do you ever
I went to a pawn shop last weekend.
Have you ever done like a private sale? It's like sketchy. You're like meeting in a back alleyway with a fistful of cash.
Yeah. Yeah, I have.
I know we've got a store in Atoka that's like the whole store is just retro games.
Yeah, we have a store like that here too.
A guy wanted to meet me off Fulton Industrial Boulevard, and I was like, well, can we go somewhere a little less terrifying than that?
Listen, Fulton Industrial's not terrifying, and I mean, you're liable to get a show.
Well, yeah, I got solicited 3 times sitting there. Like, well,
yeah,
I mean, dude, can we get to Cobb County maybe?
What's that? Where all the hoes hang out or something?
Oh, dude, it's rough. It's rough.
Yeah. When I was driving a truck, there was a place right down there that we delivered for asphalt, and I always hated to park outside the gate because you're going to get your door knocked on 4 or 5 times.
Oh my God.
Well, yeah, and you might go in somewhere and your car's on blocks when you come out. And I'll tell you what else is like that is by Mercedes-Benz. Is pretty rough.
There was another rough place, and it's not technically in Atlanta. It's in what's it called? I can't even think of it now, but it's up there.
Well, like Buckhead?
It's off of Peachtree Boulevard. You know where I'm talking about, Rick?
Peachtree Industrial. Yeah, that's up like going toward Jimmy Carter.
Yeah, it's the exit literally before the exit for 85.
Yeah.
Is it Buckhead? Is it Buckhead where all the strip clubs are?
No, it ain't that. But there was another place. It was another asphalt place that we would deliver to, and I don't know how many times because we could park in their parking lot because it's nothing but like a little swing gate. But we hear gunshots parked there all the time.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I carry water for Atlanta, I avoid it unless I have business down there.
Yeah, because you live barely outside, right?
I'm 6 miles from downtown.
Right.
I'm just outside the perimeter, about 100 yards or so.
See, I don't see why you would carry water for them. I'll call Memphis like it is. It's a fucking shithole.
Well, he's from there.
Well, there is a lot to like about Atlanta, but like when I worked down there, this is no lie. There was a big pile of human feces, and when I on the sidewalk, and when I started, that's how I knew I was on the right track. Like, oh yeah, I'm going the right way.
Oh, so you used the feces as like a
as a landmark.
Yeah, a landmark.
And then I didn't see it, but in the parking deck that I parked in, which is right by the Ritz-Carlton downtown, one guy saw two guys butt fucking, so that was cool.
Hmm.
In
What?
the parking lot.
The actual fuck. Wow.
I was
Yeah,
like,
that's kind of cool.
Nadeem, what was that like? And, you know, his name's Nadeem, so obviously he was not at all cool with that.
Oh no. I've been. I've had some really good times in Atlanta, but I don't think I'd want to live there.
No way in hell.
I wouldn't want to live inside the perimeter or in Midtown or anything like that.
I'm to the
trying to
point
get
I
further away.
wouldn't. I'm to the point I wouldn't want to live within half an hour of any major city.
Poop
You know, like,
tracking.
I'm not
Well,
renewing
see,
my
me
lease.
and Pete's got that. We got that covered because we don't live in Charleston proper.
Mm-mm.
Nope. So, and there's nothing. It's there's great restaurants downtown. I mean, by all means, there's great places to go and all that. But I genuinely don't have any love to go downtown because of the fucking parking. Parking just drives me crazy down there.
Yeah, you got to park in a garage most likely because you're not going to
Yeah.
find a spot on the street.
Yeah, and you got to go way, and then you got to go way up, because the damn parking garage is full, and no,
Yeah.
yeah.
And the skateboarding on the sidewalks.
Or in Memphis,
well,
like half the
then-
parking garages are falling down.
Then you hit the human feces, if you're.
Yeah, I'm impressed. I don't know what that guy ate, but his shit stayed there for like 2 weeks.
I wonder if he was doing the Sea Dog thing where he tracks everywhere he poops.
Yeah, I wonder if his app reflects that. If
Yeah,
not,
it was
what
another
do you do?
story that Sea Dog told us where he took like 50 shits all over the Southeast and he knew exactly where every one of them was on his app.
No, he has an app that. So I learned about that on my way to the first Lob Olympics I went to, and I had to pull over because I was crying. Now, I wasn't expecting that because he said, "Hey, can we stop up here? I got to drop a pen." And I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about? You have to drop a pen." And then he pulls this where I pooped at up on his phone.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Dude, you can't hit me with that when I'm driving." Like,
And then he was mad because something happened where he lost everywhere he pooped. I forget what the reason was.
the
Well,
app
it used to-
doesn't work anymore. So
Yeah,
he
it
lost
used to
all
link
his-
with like his Facebook account. It didn't support it anymore.
Yeah. And he sometimes because I talk to him like every other day, and probably every third time we talk, he'll bring that up. Man,
He's devastated. He's like, that was years of dedication of my life that I lost.
My dad used to say, when he was coming to Albuquerque, he would, kind of keep me up to breast where he's at and all that. He said, I left my calling card in Sherman, Texas. And I knew exactly what he was talking about. And he left a big old shit there. I mean,
calling card. Oh, like.
So much thank you to Nature Boy for posting the link to the video we were talking about and the timestamp. So this is, I think it's only a couple minutes long. So you guys can see it on StreamYard, can't you?
Yeah.
All right. Good.
This was ranked, and that was a good win at the time, but then Kansas kind of fell apart. Then they beat Nebraska, and they beat Nebraska on the road on Friday night. That was a pretty good win. That was kind of early in the season, but I mean, they lost to Minnesota at home. Yeah,
All right, here it comes.
they weren't, within striking distance of Penn State. Well, I mean, they were within striking distance, most of the game, but they covered the spread. But then I think all of us picked them to cover, like against Oregon. I think it was kind of later in the season, and Oregon just absolutely mouth pumped them.
Let's welcome Tom to the show. Tom, welcome to the program.
Hey, yo,
Have a good
y'all know
evening.
who I am, but y'all don't know why I'm here. So, hey, Jackpot, who is
Okay,
Clemson,
Razor Ramon.
who is Clemson going to get in the transfer portal? Are they going to get the Nacho Man? Are they going to get Scheme Gene?
Who?
Who you think they're going to get, Jackpot, in the transfer
I don't know who
portal?
he's talking about.
I don't know. I don't even know who they're going after. Do you have any idea on that, Rob? Have you seen anything about that?
I haven't heard anything about Clemson getting any players in the transfer portal yet. I'm like, I don't know. We shall see. I don't know. Math will pick up some folks though.
But
Tom, where the hell are you? Are you in a tunnel, Tom?
no, I'm sitting in my truck. I'm in Joliet, Illinois. It's going to be 5 degrees here. It's going to be 5 degrees here in the morning.
I thought you were sitting inside and they had like a light on you and they were asking you questions like, oh, I don't know. I mean, insert tough question here,
Nah, I'm just sitting in my
I was
truck.
thinking you were going to hold up a copy of USA Today to show that's the day.
Where are you at? Are you at a truck stop?
Yeah, Joliet, Illinois, outside of Chicago. It's supposed to drop down to
Do lot lizards get out in weather that damn cold? Or
No, hell no. No, we don't got Clemson cheerleaders don't get out in weather this cold, Rob.
That was actually pretty funny.
But
You really should watch your mouth, sir, because the last time you played Clemson, you lost by 28 points. So you shut your dick sucker. You know what happens. You know what happens.
Rob likes living in the past. I mean,
I do like living in the past. We can live in this year.
Well,
though.
I mean, he's a tater man.
You
What they do.
couldn't get in the playoffs, and Oklahoma beat you by 3 touchdowns 3 weeks ago.
well, if we was in the ACC, we'd be in the playoffs too.
We're in the ACC. We'd be in the playoffs too, but you're not. Let's talk about things that are real, okay? You lost by 3 touchdowns to fucking Oklahoma.
You lost to damn Louisville.
So what? We're in the college football playoff, and you're not. You lost by 3 touchdowns to Oklahoma. You can't step foot in the state of Tennessee. Vanderbilt's laughing at you. Vanderbilt's laughing at you. Clark Lee got named
Rob, you play in a shitty.
He fucking dog walked you.
Hey, he's about to lose his mind now in a second.
Fucking Vanderbilt. You're coming in here running your mouth to me.
Vanderbilt, no.
You can't
Vanderbilt would beat Clemson by 40.
Blip to me. You're running your dick sucker and you can't beat Vanderbilt.
Get AIDS and die. Get AIDS and die, you Clemson faggot. Do the world a favor. Get AIDS and fucking die, Rob.
Don't talk to me about that shit. Beat those 2 teams, sir. That should be your goal next year. We're going to beat Vanderbilt. That's what we're going to do. And then maybe we can beat Oklahoma.
Rob, do the world a favor and commit suicide tonight.
Why are you so violent,
Damn.
sir? I didn't tell you to go and commit suicide. I told you to go and win some football games. You got to get all violent and stuff.
He told you you had AIDS. Rob said he'd rather do it with COVID.
Do you not get hugs from Dad? Do I need to give you a hug when I see you, sir? Will that make you feel better?
No, I don't hug guys.
Okay. Well, that's okay. Your dad didn't hug you, I guess. Maybe that's part of the problem. My dad hugged me. I turned out all right. It's okay. I'll give you a hug next time I see you, sir. Maybe I'll hug you a little bit harder than your offensive line played against Vanderbilt and got their dicks kicked in.
Damn.
Anthony says Louisville is better than Oklahoma and Vandy. Yeah, I'd have to agree with that.
Yeah. We can do that. Oh, and here you go. Back to the ACC again. You lost to Vanderbilt. Shh. You lost to Vanderbilt. You don't get to talk shit when you lose to fucking Vanderbilt.
Hey, did Clemson beat Georgia this year? Did Clemson beat Georgia this year, you dumb fuck? You dumb inbred fuck. Did Georgia?
I know they didn't beat South Carolina.
No, yeah. Did y'all beat South Carolina? Did y'all beat Georgia? Did y'all beat Georgia?
Once again, you lost to Vanderbilt. You lost to Oklahoma. Don't talk to me. What bowl are you playing?
You lost to Georgia, motherfucker. 34-3.
We're in the fucking playoff and you're not.
Because you play in a shitty conference.
Cry harder, sir. Cry harder.
I ain't crying, but you play in a shitty conference, you dumb fuck.
Who's the one that's
Please go kill your fucking self. Just go kill your fucking self, you stupid fuck.
Why are you so mad, sir? Don't be mad.
Y'all got goddamn boat raced by Georgia. 3 points against Georgia.
You lost to Vanderbilt.
No, we beat Georgia, y'all did.
Vanderbilt. You lost to Vanderbilt, sir. You lost to Vanderbilt. The committee looked at you and said, you know what? We have this SMU team here that really doesn't have a good resume. They only play in front of 30,000 fucking people. This is Alabama, the Alabama of old. But you know what? They lost to Vanderbilt and Oklahoma. We can't put them in the playoff. We can't do that. They don't belong there.
Clemson don't belong in the playoffs. Clemson don't belong in the playoffs.
Your program is a shit show, sir.
Your program's a shit show. Your wife said your nickname's a shit show.
My program's in the playoffs.
Now he's going on with the wife
who
stuff.
Are you playing in their bowl game? Or are you in the
Wow.
Birmingham?
Y'all gonna get killed by Texas. Y'all gonna get killed.
Sir, what bowl are you in?
Don't worry about what fucking bowl we're in. My cock's gonna be in your wife's mouth tonight.
You think so? Well, you're in Juliet, Illinois up there, sir. You know, I ain't worried about you coming down here.
I mean,
Calm down. Don't get upset this evening. Just remember, go to bed tonight and think, we have to beat Vanderbilt.
Rob, shut the fuck up. Rob, kill your fucking self. Please, kill your fucking self, Rob.
Vanderbilt.
Don't kill your fucking self.
You got beat by 3 touchdowns.
Rob, if I ever see you, I'm gonna blow your goddamn brains out.
There we go.
I ain't scared of you, dude. Don't come at me with that nonsense.
I will beat your dog shit out of you.
You step up, brother. I'll knock
you. Know what? Hey, I'll have your wife in bed screaming my name and you in the hospital screaming in pain.
Whatever you have to tell yourself, sir. You still lost
taking the damn turn for the worst.
You still lost to Oklahoma. Still lost to Vanderbilt.
You still lost to Louisville.
Enjoy watching Clemson in the playoffs, sir.
I hope the Clemson team plane crashes on the way to the playoffs.
God damn.
You motherfucker.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
What other thing you gonna throw out there, sir?
I mean, that's what the fuck happened. You gonna talk about Clemson? Won't Clemson to come play some basketball, bitch?
We beat you in basketball.
What?
Last time
Didn't I say that about the baseball team one time?
we went down to your shithole down there. We beat you in your own.
Clemson's a goddamn shithole. I hope Russia drops an atomic bomb on Clemson. That's what I hope happens.
See, you're so fucking stupid that you don't understand that if Russia dropped an atomic bomb on Clemson, it would vaporize fucking Alabama too.
No, it would. It only goes out 15-mile radius.
All right, whatever.
Atomic bomb will have a 15-mile radius.
There'll be radiation forever, and you'll have another fucking scar on your forehead. So, to match the scar where your mom tried to abort you with a hanger.
Oh, fuck.
Why don't you just go kill yourself?
Vanderbilt, sir. Vanderbilt.
And when I see you, I'm going to beat the shit out of you, boy.
Boy, you act like you have papers on me or something, sir. I know you guys are silly down there in Alabama, but it's not how it works here.
I mean, is your mom and daddy first cousins, Rob? Because with that damn wife beater on y'all, you like your mom and daddy's first cousins.
Vanderbilt, sir. Vanderbilt. No, see, I have shoulders. See, this is the thing. Maybe one day you can hit puberty and you can get some shoulders. Work out really hard, and think about maybe we could beat Vanderbilt.
Like you work out.
Damn.
Yeah, we should call Rob Head and Shoulders.
All right. I think we heard enough.
Tag team, Head and Shoulders.
What do you think about that?
I think if you let Rob Sanders dog walk you on a show like that,
Yeah.
you need to quit immediately.
He did dog walk him too.
I mean, he was mad, dude.
Oh yeah, he was mad.
I'll give you another fact. South Carolina was better than Vanderbilt and Oklahoma.
Yeah.
That was the funniest part. He just kept saying Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt.
I mean, you lost all credibility at that point. It's fucking Vanderbilt. Like, they make a bowl game every decade.
I the shitty conference thing, it's always funny to me because, like he said, the last time Clemson played against Alabama, they beat them 44-16. And guess what? They played in the shitty conference that year, too. Mm-hmm. I mean, so what does that have to do with the price of tea in China?
Saban, too.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, after this past season, the whole shitty conference argument's out the window when a Big 12 team can come in and play for your conference championship.
Yeah.
Well, then why are they not petitioning to leave the SEC? This is what I don't understand about that argument. Well, then y'all should be trying to get in the ACC then.
Right?
Yeah, well.
Oh, you don't want to do that, right? Because you're getting paid all this money over there to be in your conference. Okay, well, that's what comes with it.
Yeah, man. the bottom line is Alabama wasn't very good last year. Sorry. I mean, they did have a couple of good wins. Obviously, beating Georgia was a good win. But who was the third?
Somehow I'm supposed to be convinced that you're better with Ty Simpson at quarterback, who couldn't beat out Jalen Mildew.
Who was their third loss? Was it Texas? Because they lost to Vanderbilt,
Tennessee,
Oklahoma, and Tennessee. Okay, Tennessee.
That was it.
Yeah.
Pete, let me ask you this. Have you ever been so mad in a football argument that you said, "Won't you play us in basketball, bitch"?
No. No. He had lost the argument before he said that, but that was the nail in the coffin when he started with that shit.
Oh, good God.
Catch me in water polo, bitch. How about that?
That was just sad.
You bring a golf team down here, motherfucker. We'll show you who's boss.
We run y'all in softball. That's
Yeah.
all
I actually think Clemson's golf team would probably take Alabama's, honestly.
Yeah, Clemson's got a good golf team nationally. I do know that.
I have no clue about either one's golf team, but Clemson just strikes me as more of a golf place than Alabama.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know. That Robert Trent Jones trail is pretty nice, right?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But that goes through multiple states. That goes through Tennessee, Mississippi, Alabama.
It's true.
This is a good trivia question. Doesn't South Carolina have the most golf courses of any state in the country?
I do not know.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Mainly because of Myrtle Beach.
Harbor Town.
Myrtle Beach has over 100 courses just in that one city.
I didn't know that.
There's more golf courses I'm pretty sure there's more golf courses in Myrtle Beach than all of Europe. Is that true?
What?
There's a shit ton of golf courses in Florida, too.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's an insane number of courses. I mean, that's just Myrtle Beach. When you add the rest of the state, I think it's now California and Texas obviously have a lot too, but they're 10 times the size of South Carolina. So I don't know. Let me Google it. Here it is. Well, I was wrong, and Slim was right. Florida has the most golf courses in the United States with 1,262 courses.
I mean, I wasn't even saying Florida was it. I just know they got a shit ton of golf courses.
Second is California with 921. That makes sense.
Oh, speaking of golf, I've got 2 coworkers that are trying to convince me to go golfing with them.
You should do it.
Yeah, why not?
Because apparently golf is popular among cops. I don't know. This is new information to me, but they're trying to talk me into going with it. Like one of them's one of the guys on my shift. He's like, I got a second set of clubs. You ain't got to buy any clubs.
Boy.
No.
Probably not.
No.
Top 10 states with the most golf courses. South Carolina's named in the top 10. That's surprising.
Wow.
Damn, you're down bad. You look so stupid after you said they had so many courses.
Well, they do have a lot of courses, but I didn't realize how the fuck Wisconsin has 509 courses.
Wow.
Wisconsin's got you, man.
Illinois? The hell wants to go there to play golf? Ohio? I'm done. God damn it. That was the nail.
Ohio's got you beat.
You're right. I just lost bad. Ohio's got me beat.
The guy that argued with Rob feels now. That's how bent down you are.
Ah, dang, man. Boy. I gotta take my L on that one.
Hope all those golf courses kill themselves.
Here's the list. California. Now I thought we just read a minute ago that it was Florida. Hold on now.
We may have to question the validity of this list.
Yeah.
We still have hope, Pete.
Yeah, Florida's not in the top 10 on this list either. This is a bullshit website. I wasn't wrong.
Your research was.
Yeah, my research was.
Well, and not only him talking about the radiance, I've never heard of Juliet, Illinois, but I have heard of Joliet, Illinois.
Yeah, that guy didn't have no clue where he was.
Yeah, he didn't know where he was.
It's a Romeo, Illinois.
Well, no, there's a Joliet, Illinois, right outside of Chicago because I've had to go there.
Okay, but there's no Romeo, Illinois.
I mean, there might be, but not to the best of my knowledge.
He didn't give a fuck either because he said all that crazy shit showing his face.
And his name
Oh,
is
yeah.
Tom.
In his truck. Like, I don't know who he works for, but I'm sure that could get you in trouble where you work.
Well, the guy was clearly mentally unstable. I mean, to get that mad about a football conversation.
And retarded. That's a bad combination.
So South Carolina has 380 courses.
How many have you played?
A good bit. I played pretty much every one in the Charleston Tri-County area, and that's probably a couple dozen.
Pete, we need to do a home and home. I'll come up there, play whatever course you want, and you come down here. We'll play Chateaualon or something nice. Does that work?
Yeah.
Now, I have a question, and y'all might be better equipped to answer this question. But, like, there's a country club here and a golf course in the town I live in. Now, granted, this is a town of 7,000 people, maybe 8.
Yeah.
But they want like $1,000 a month for the membership at the country club here. Is that?
Yeah, that's a lot.
Or?
That's a lot. It must be like an exclusive. What's the name of the place? I'll look it up.
Fuck, I don't know.
You don't know the name of it?
In Tennessee. It's country club. I don't know.
It's definitely a private club if they're charging that much.
Yeah, I mean, $12,000 a year is a good bet.
Yeah, I know my dad paid more. He belonged to a club called Bulls Bay, right on the coast in Mount Pleasant, Charleston, just north of Isle of Palms, where we had the Slob Olympics. Anyway, he was paying like $30,000 a year, but that's really all he did. That was his only hobby. I mean, he played golf like 5 days a week. So, but yeah.
Speaking of members, did you know Tiger Woods won the Masters 3 times before they ever had a black member?
Yes, I did know that.
Mm.
You probably know who their first member was then.
Condoleezza Rice.
Yeah, they got a twofer with that one.
Mm-hmm. I believe the second one was Clarence Thomas, maybe?
Probably.
Yeah.
Fuck him. He's a UGA grad. But.
Is he really? I didn't know that.
I didn't know he was a UGA grad.
Oh.
Pretty sure he is because he came down to UGA to do like some talk, and I think they protested him.
I mean, you would think he would have gone, like, he's from Detroit originally. Like, you would have think he had gone to Michigan or something.
Yeah.
Let me make sure.
Well, Georgia doesn't have a law school, does it?
Detroit.
Yeah, it surely does have a law school.
No.
Oh, it does have a law school.
Okay.
I did not know that either.
Let's see.
Well, I didn't know that either, but
He was born in Pinpoint, Georgia. I guess I was wrong. It says he went to Holy Cross and Yale is where he got his Juris Doctor.
in Pinpoint.
I don't know where Pinpoint, Georgia is, though. Where the fuck is that? It's all the way on the coast.
Yeah, Peete used to drop a pin in Pinpoint.
It's southeast of Savannah. Okay.
Oh, never mind. I'm thinking that he ain't from Detroit. It's Ben Carson that's from Detroit. My bad.
Yeah, listen to this. So this is, boy. Listen to this list of Augusta National members. All right. Warren Buffett. Bill Gates. I don't even know who this is. Who's Clayton Pierce Boardman?
Don't know.
No idea.
Jack Nicklaus makes sense. Michael.
I don't know. We need to look up who that is. We need to figure out who that person is.
Who, Clayton Pierce Boardman?
Yeah, why not?
He's got 3 names then.
Oh, this is a very convenient website here. Clayton Boardman is the CEO of Royal and Ancient Fife, Scotland. What? The fuck?
Fife.
I'm confused.
That's what it
CEO
says.
of Scotland.
No, look. That's what it says. It says Boardman Petroleum Augusta.
Oh.
I don't even know what that means.
He's an oil guy?
It's an oil guy.
It says Michael Bonalac, CEO, Royal and Ancient Fife, Scotland, deceased. What the hell?
That sounds like a bunch of words that don't make sense together.
Yeah, it just sounds like a word salad there.
Yep, word salad. Yeah.
Let's see what it says about Bill Gates, since we can compare it because we know what he is. Co-chairman and chairman of Microsoft. Yeah, so that's true.
Well, actually, he's no longer the chairman. He's retired.
No.
They need to update that shit.
He's not on the board?
No, I think he's completely retired.
Oh.
Like when I remember seeing the press conference, he retired. They asked him what he was going to do. He's like, I'm going to figure out how to spend $40 billion.
I got to tell you, most of these people, I don't know who they are. I don't know who Robert Barry is. I don't know who Cameron. These must be all just like billionaires. But
how many total members do they carry?
Oh,
do you know?
It's not a lot.
Like 100 or something?
Maybe something around there. I can look it up.
And you've probably heard this, like, if you ask to be a member, then, like, you're blacklisted from being a member. You have to be invited.
Yeah.
It's a provocation or some bullshit.
Yeah, you can't be.
Doesn't Dabo have a membership there?
No. He's probably been invited to play as a guest there before.
Oh.
Playing there is way different than being a member.
Yeah, you can be invited by a member. That's the only way you can play there. Or be a member yourself, obviously. Let's see how many members at Augusta National. Here it is. 300. Well, it says around 300.
So they don't even tell you. They don't even make that public.
No.
Okay.
Membership is by invitation only. There's no other application process. But, the CEO of Halliburton says, hey, start a war with Iraq, I'll give you a membership, Mr. Cheney. Okay.
And you really don't like Halliburton, do you?
No, I don't.
Raytheon.
I mean, it's a corrupt company. Why would I like them?
And I'm sure that 90% of these members never play there. Or a large
Well, they probably play once or twice a year.
Right.
Yeah.
But, like, how many times can Condoleezza Rice even play golf?
I wouldn't. Why would you assume that she can't? Because she's a woman?
Yeah, dude. You know what the average drive in the PGA is? It's 300 yards.
Yeah, well, they play from they play from different tees.
Yeah, but if the average drive from their tee for women is 250.
Yeah.
And for men it's 300. And for Condoleezza, I don't know if she can get out of the tee box.
50 yards, so.
Yeah.
Now they can all outdrive me, which is all that matters, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been to an LPGA event before. They had one here in Charleston. I was pretty impressed. Those women can play.
And they're hot, a lot of them too.
Well, a couple of them.
A couple? Come on, dude. You'd bang half of them.
Dude, there is a chick on the LPGA tour that looks like Kirby Smart. Stop it.
Yeah.
I didn't think that's not even women more than I do, but
that's not even a dig at Kirby Smart. That's really a dig at her. Lady look like a dude.
Yeah, but
now I do think they wear the same golf visors.
They do. I'm trying to find a picture.
What are you searching? Girl golf.
Here it is.
Kirby Smart.
No, this is. I already have this loaded in OBS. Here, can you see it on YouTube?
Let me go over there.
It's Laura Davies is her name. She doesn't play anymore. She was like big in the 90s. But yeah, they do have a similar visor. She's this big. She must have weighed like 275 pounds. She's probably like 6'4".
Yeah, she probably can't drive her weight.
She's like the John Daly of women's golf. That's what she is, except minus the alcoholism. But She was like the longest driver on tour for a long time. She would put her, she couldn't even use a conventional tee because she teed her ball up so high, she had to use a pencil. She would take the eraser out of a pencil and put the ball on top of the pencil. Yeah.
Badass, though. She's definitely a lesbian, though, right?
Chances are, I don't know for sure, but I'm thinking yes on that.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to assume.
But I would take that bet, yeah.
Yeah, it would be a safe bet.
Yeah, I think she's gay. I think about half the tour is.
You think half of them are?
Something around there. Maybe it's not that. I don't know the exact number. There's a lot of them, though.
You could probably sort it out by drive distance, too. The longer you hit, the more likely you are. Yeah. Let's just call that what it is.
Wow.
You laugh because it's true.
There's a couple of really hot ones that have come through, though.
Yeah, like Paige.
She's not on the PGA Tour. She's not on the LPGA Tour.
She's not.
No, but that chick I sent Pete a photo of her on Twitter is. I don't know her fucking name, but God bless her.
She's not on the PGA Tour either.
Is she not? I thought she was.
No. This is a new thing. There's this whole, it's sort of like influencers, become big on Instagram and Twitter and whatever. These girls that are hot, super hot and are pretty good at golf, like they get millions of followers from horny guys that like to watch them swing golf clubs and their boobs bounce around. That's what it is. They're like the OnlyFans thing. They're like OnlyFans golfers, basically.
So horny guys, you mean like Nate?
Like Nate, yeah. Well, and
listen, at least half of the LPGA Tour would agree with me that there's absolutely nothing wrong with watching a chick drive a golf ball with no bra on.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to get the ratings up, you got to have new ideas.
Yeah, I'm trying. Help me help you.
Yeah.
Paige Sporadic's one of the bigger ones.
Less Kirby Smarts out there playing golf and more Paige Sporadics.
Everyone shoots 13 over every tournament.
I'm telling you, I took my wife to that LPGA tournament event, and the girl or woman that had the most people following around the course was in like 100th place. She was just hot. And it was like,
cool.
like it was, 90% of her crowd was like 45-year-old men.
Of course.
Like, who's winning? Who cares? We're following her.
Kind of like no matter what place he's in, everybody's following John Daly for the show.
Yeah, different kind of show, but yeah, I get your point.
Different kind. Yeah, different. I mean, well, actually, it's about the same kind of show because John Daly probably needs to wear a bra.
Yeah, you're right. He's got some titties too. Yeah. I wonder if there's a dress code on the LPGA Tour. Like you can't like wear too short of a skirt, otherwise you might.
I'm sure there is.
You might like distract the other golfers. I
see what you did there.
Yeah. I mean, it's a fair question.
It is a fair question, and you know what? Somebody needs to get a hold of LPGA management and get us an answer to that question.
Yeah, I mean, like, are you allowed to wear a golf skirt that's so short that your ass is hanging out of it?
I sure hope so.
Could you wear Hooters shorts in golf?
I don't think so.
But it would help with flexibility.
There definitely is a dress code on the type of clothes you can wear. I just don't know if there's a dress code on how small those type of clothes can be.
We should call the office and.
I guess the top doesn't matter as long as there's no nipple showing.
Just golf with your nipples out. That'd be great. They'd get more views than the U.S. Open.
They would.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they'd break all kinds of records.
I mean, what was it? Janet Jackson did it for like a second, and we're still talking about it.
Yeah.
That's one I really wish people would quit talking about.
Come on, dude. You'd hit it.
Yeah, back then, yeah, not now.
Of course not now. She's like
Is that the one that happened during the Super Bowl? Or?
Yeah,
Yes.
JQ.
That was a Super Bowl back in like early 2000s with who was it that pulled her top off? Justin Timberlake?
Yeah, it was Justin Timberlake, and I still believe that was absolutely intentional.
Well,
I'm sure
it tore off like it was perforated.
Yeah. Somebody said I think she's probably still looks pretty good for her age. I'm gonna see if I can find a picture of her.
It's the nose, dude. The nose is the thing that gets them.
I mean, she's all right. Like, Janet Jackson's just never my cup of tea.
Yeah, she still looks good.
Yeah, I'm not saying she looks bad at all.
How old is she?
Yeah.
Let's find out.
She got to be like 60, right?
59. Close.
Yeah.
Close.
Yeah, it's not out of my wheelhouse, man.
All right, listen, I'm just saying I would take Selma Hayek over her any day.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not too choosy, man. Like,
I mean, I'm not particularly choosy either, but if those are the options laid out in front of me.
Yeah, Selma Hayek looks like.
What's her name? She's done a bunch of movies with Selma Hayek. Penelope Cruz.
Oh, yeah. No, she's a little bit too skinny for me.
A little bit, yeah.
Give her a couple of sandwiches, we can talk.
Like, listen here, eat this $5 foot long.
there you go.
Selma Hayek is Arab. She is? I thought she was.
I don't think so.
Thought she was like Spanish.
Yeah, she's like Mexican.
Yeah.
Wow, dude. Wow.
What?
So insensitive.
What? Seriously?
Thank you for noticing.
She's not Arab, is she?
You need to check your privilege.
That's not even an Arab name.
I guess you'll find out. You're just gonna find out.
Josh says she's Arab.
A tattoo of her
She's Lebanese.
Yep, Lebanese.
I'll be honest, I couldn't tell you where Lebanon is on a map.
I couldn't either. I'm right there with you, Ray.
Yeah, I could, but
where is it?
It's right. It's right, like
right next to Turkey, isn't it?
Like right, just like north of Israel and Jordan. South.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they're fucked. Yeah.
So it's like Middle East adjacent.
It's in the Middle East.
Yes, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
I seriously thought she was like Mexican or Puerto Rican or something.
So, according to the Google machine, Selma Hayek is indeed of Lebanese. Hold on now. She might have been born over there or something, but this says that she's American, Mexican, and French.
What?
That's not possible, dude.
Mexican and French. Wow.
No way you're getting them all in the same room.
Yeah. So okay. Here's Wikipedia. Selma Hayek was born September 2nd, 1966. Is a Mexican and American actress. So no, she's not Lebanese, unless she just has like some kind of Lebanese heritage down the line somewhere.
She was born in Lebanon.
Well, I mean, fuck, we're all mutts these days. We're a mix of all kinds of shit.
Nah, dude.
She was born in Veracruz, Mexico. She's a citizen of Mexico, the United States, and France.
Oh, okay.
Who would want to be a French citizen?
How did she become a citizen of France?
She ate a bunch of
maybe she lived over there. Maybe she bought a house over there or something and just got her citizenship.
That's probably correct.
But there she goes. And how old is she? Let's do the math.
59, I guess.
So there's a current picture of her at 59. She's still hot.
Depends on her birthday, but yeah.
September the 2nd.
All right. So she's 58.
You're saying Hayek's an Arab name. Well, I'm just telling you, she's not Arab. I mean, she's Mexican, American.
Yeah, Mexican.
Yeah.
Maybe she's got a Lebanese stepdad.
Who knows? Maybe. I mean, it's really hard to tell the difference between a Lebanese and a Mexican. They have the same skin complexion and the same hair color. But when she talks, she definitely sounds Mexican, not Lebanese.
Yeah.
Pete, what's your favorite race of female?
I don't know that I have one.
Come on, dude. Of course you do.
I don't really think I do.
I mean, I'm kind of down for Brazilian myself.
That's a good one.
You gotta have a lot of confidence, though. They'll tear you down.
I mean, women are hot no matter hot women are hot no matter where where they're from.
Yeah, everyone's got their preferences, dude.
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, what are you looking for? Yeah, I mean, are you trying to get him to say like blonde-haired, blue-eyed Germans or something?
yeah. What are you getting at here? I mean, my wife does have blonde hair and blue eyes, so there's that. but
Just seemed like you weren't fond of the Arab ladies.
oh, I don't have there's some hot Arab women. I mean, it's hard to tell because they're all covered up, but once you take all that stuff off.
Yeah, you get that fucking beekeeper outfit off of them.
Yeah. Yeah, y'all keep that shit a secret over there. Y'all got hot women.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe that's the point. So a bunch of white guys aren't coming over there trying to steal their women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Arab women are so hot, they got to stay covered up, and the men, just walk around horny all day.
Yeah.
What's your favorite race? You said Brazilian, or nationality?
Brazilian.
That's not a race; it's a nationality. So.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess. What do you? White. I love white women. I mean, there's only so many ways. That was a fucked up question.
Yes, but you asked the question originally.
I know. I know. And you Uno reversed me, which is fucked.
Yeah, everyone has to answer it. So, what about you, Slim?
Well, I mean, we were talking about it on the last Midday show. I am in support of the counter protest to not deport big booty Latinos.
Okay. So for me, I'm undetermined. For Rec Talk, it's whites, and for Slim Shady, it's big booty Latinos.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, Vic.
Yeah, Vic. What about you?
It's the same. It's like Rec Talk. Why?
All right, this show took a turn.
And you prefer 3, right?
One is good. 2 are better. And then if you get 3, well, that's just good business.
3. Vic would like 3 whites, please.
What? Hold on, I didn't know you could have like a poker hand of them. So. I'd like to switch it up. Maybe a white, black. And then what are the other choices?
Well, you've got Latino, you got Asian, you got African.
Definitely Asian.
Well, I guess black could fall under African. I don't know.
It has to be an Asian from the continent, though, because their men have little dicks. And then by comparison, you're going to look really good. So I'm going to go Asian as my number 1, though.
Okay. Oh,
if I'm going to go to a country outside of Central or South America, I'm headed to one of the Nordic countries, man, because there's some fine ass women running around there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, up there around Scandinavia and shit. Yeah.
Like Sweden and Holland and Finland, all that shit.
Yeah.
We would look like garbage over there, though.
Or about in them in Russia, where every girl is either a 10 or a 1. Yeah.
And all of them are.
You know who agrees with you, Slim?
Who's that?
Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
Tiger Woods loves the Scandinavian whites.
Yeah.
Yeah, she loves to take a 9-iron to a rescue league too.
Didn't he start dating somebody? Who was it? he's dating.
Listen, let's be honest. I don't think that there's. Forget racial makeup. I don't think there's a country in this world that Tiger Woods hasn't fucked a chick with.
Probably.
Nope.
His new girlfriend was somebody else's famous girlfriend, and then she cheated on him with Tiger Woods. Who am I thinking about in the chat? Do you guys know who I'm talking about?
I don't know, but Tiger Woods probably got way more money, so I'd cheat on that motherfucker too, probably.
And then he put out Eric Trump's ex-wife.
Damn.
Yeah, that's right. And he had to put out a tweet saying that they were in love and to please respect their privacy, which I mean, which is like super counterproductive because I didn't even know they were dating until he said that. So you could have kept your privacy.
Yeah.
Until you went around and told everybody. Dummy.
Can I ask you this too? Why every time someone like Tiger Woods gets found out as fucking a bunch of women, everyone acts like there's some mystery to solve?
Okay, maybe she didn't cheat on Eric Trump with Tiger, but he got her on the rebound.
Yeah, that was it.
It's Eric Trump's ex-wife.
Yeah, it was the rebound. Yeah.
So
or to your point, Rick, people are surprised when they find out somebody like Tiger Woods is a man whore.
Tiger Woods probably has probably gotten more rebounds than Angel Reese.
Damn.
You're really leaning into the white thing, Vic.
There she is right there. Yeah. Well, good for him.
How many of his teammates does Scottie Pippen's ex-wife fuck?
Oh my God.
Enough that he's fucked in the head today.
Wasn't Michael Jordan's son banging Scottie Pippen's daughter or something like that?
What?
No, actually, I think it was Scottie's ex-wife.
What? Scottie's ex-wife was banging Michael Jordan's son?
Yeah, she was fucking everybody, dude.
What?
How old was the son when this happened?
Yeah, no kidding.
No, I mean, I'm
14?
sure legal age.
Damn. Michael's, even his kids are winning.
But hey, they got to fucking win at something because neither of his sons got any of his basketball skill.
Man, there's not much worse that could happen to you. Someone who's stealing the spotlight's kid fucks your wife.
Yeah, no kidding.
I don't know why Scotty's got such a complex about it. I mean, most people realize that Jordan wouldn't have done a fucking thing without him.
He couldn't beat the bad boys.
I don't know if he wouldn't have done a fucking thing without him. It's true, but I don't know that he would have won 6 titles without him. But
no.
I'm not sure. The way it was going, I'm not sure if he would have won one. Got destroyed by the Pistons, got destroyed by the Celtics, got destroyed by the Lakers.
Yeah, but he got Dennis over there too, and that was a big part of it.
That wasn't until the second three-peat.
Dennis Hill.
Right. But
well, they had a great team. They had Rodman, Pippen, Tony Kukoc. Who am I missing here? Jordan, Pippen, Kukoc.
Horace Grant.
Yeah, Grant. Guess you know where Horace.
Does anybody have more NBA titles not doing a fucking thing than Horace Grant?
No.
Because that motherfucker followed Phil Jackson to L.A. too. Like he was on the team for a couple of them that the Lakers won.
Yeah, Steve Kerr. Do you know who? You know where Horace Grant went to college, right?
No.
Clemson. I assume Clemson just because you said it.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty easy to figure that out.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
You can tell Vic really cares.
No, I don't even care. I'm a Clemson fan.
Yeah, Horace Grant. Yeah, I don't even know who that is.
Yeah. Well, you weren't alive back then.
Damn, I forgot Vic was that young.
I mean, Horace Grant was really more of a backup, second string type guy. Anyway.
Yeah, which feeds more into my statement of getting a bunch of titles, not doing a fucking thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about Steve Kerr, too.
All right, I got to hop off, guys. Appreciate it. Y'all have a good one.
Yeah, thanks, Rick. I actually have to go, too. I didn't realize what time it was.
Yeah, it's 1, 2, 3.
Boy, this show flew by.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
1.
I gotta try and go to sleep. I got a couple more night shifts, and I gotta deal with this shit no more.
Well, good luck.
Yeah. Well, I fucked around and went to sleep last night.
Yeah, that's the thing about working nights. It gets you all screwed up.
Well, it's when I'm working, it's fine. But then when you have 3 days off, trying to keep yourself on a night schedule is kind of fucked.
Well, yeah.
But
I mean, on your 3 days off, you're not going to sleep all day and stay up all night.
Yeah. Well, I try to somewhat, but I ain't. Come Friday, I ain't gonna do that shit anymore. I'm swapping the days on Friday.
There you go. Well, all right.
At least for 3 months, and then probably go back to nights.
Well, either way, I appreciate you coming on.
Yes, sir.
And have fun at work tonight.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Talk to you, both of you guys, later. Have a good day.
Yes, sir.
And that's going to do it for me as well. Thank you for tuning in to the Midday Show today. I am leaving to go out of town on Thursday. I should still be able to do a show on Wednesday. So that'll be the plan. There definitely will not be a show on Friday because I'm not going to be here. But anyway, so I'll plan on seeing you guys. I'll see you Wednesday back here, and I'll see you tomorrow night at 7 p.m. on my main channel for the ACC show with Sea-Dog. We're going to start doing our preview prediction type thing tomorrow in the ACC. I think we got enough time left to get through all of the teams between now and the start of the season. So that's the plan there. All right, everyone, have a great rest of your Monday. I'll see you soon.